The following program is rated TV MAL. It contains strong language and is intended only for mature audiences.
Welcome back, caffeine junkies and pop culture warriors of dark roast and nerdiness. The only podcast where the coffee is strong, the opinions are stronger, and where the fandoms get roasted darker than your overpriced cold brew. I'm your host, Wolf, serving up sarcasm with zero sweeteners. On this episode, Disney has a serious distaste for gingers. Sleeping Beauty goes from Europe to Mexico. So does that mean Princess Aurora is now Valentina? VPN and Manga are under attack because nothing says government overreach like knowing what hentai you like. And we jump down the nostalgia hole into forgotten games. So grab your mug, dim the lights, and prepare for another episode of the Dark Roast of Nerdiness. As always, we got the panel, my co-host Shark, and our friend Walrus. Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you, everybody, for hopping in. Sorry for us being a little bit late. That pretty much just goes to DoorDash deciding to, spank a yank in the H-E-B parking lot trying to bring me my frickin' food. Boys got to eat when you ain't eating all damn day. So, gentlemen, how are y'all doing this evening?
Doing good.
Not too bad. Not too bad.
Awesome. All right, so we got a few little things to hop into. We are going to basically do a little recap, a little segment that I'm going to now call Up to Speed, since we do this every 2 weeks. Maybe one day when we're all in a better situation to where we can all do every week, we can probably do it. But right now, we got to stay at every 2 weeks, sadly. So first up we got on the plate today is Grand Theft Auto is delayed again.
Yet again.
Shocker.
Yep. Yeah. Not much of a surprise there. Let me tweak this, see if we can get this. Yep, I guess that was the biggest for everybody. All right, so Rockstar has decided to push GTA 6 back a second time. They basically shot this out into the verse on Thursday. And yeah, this on top of the fact that it came to light during this article that literally yesterday it was now noted that apparently they laid off a fuck ton of the development team. Yeah. So not only do they delay the game, but now there are layoffs going on. And this is on top of the fact that in the gaming industry, period, all of your Asian companies have now fired all their U.S. development teams. Because even Asia realized we no go woke. We do not go broke. Fuck woke. So it's interesting to see where this is going to go. Right now, with GTA 6, I believe, given that pencil in GTA's new November of 2026. So a 6-month pushback, I believe, from the original date. So, yeah, I'm really hoping this game is going to be worth it, because if it comes out buggy and glitchy, we all know people are not going to forgive this many delays and something that, has a nice overlaying stench of shittery to it.
Well, not to mention they need to figure out how to fix the issues of 5 where, once you get past a certain point in time, you can't start the game. Literally,
Yeah. Or let's not even go into the fact that if you try multiplayer, you're basically up against everybody that has unlimited pocketbook and the best hacks on the fucking planet.
Yep.
Like, don't get me wrong, I love some of them YouTube videos where they're playing on modded servers, but we all know that they're able to get that because they're on a private, they're on such a heavily overtaken server that literally half the shit you're seeing in those videos, for you to be able to pull that off in just a normal game, it ain't gonna fucking happen.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So,
and there's ways
people
to
ain't
do
caught
it.
Warzone's bad. No, GTA 5 Online's worse.
Well, I don't get it because what's WoW 20-something years old now, and anybody who was on WoW and did any kind of hacking, which was very minimal, was always banned. And, I just don't see why they can't take the same initiative to put in admins that will actually give a shit and, just spend the time to make sure that everybody's enjoying the game.
It's because if you had to look at the numbers, I bet you 10 to 1, it comes down to the fact that the people that they know are outright cheating spend a lot of fucking money. So you're not gonna,
Well,
it comes down to everything. It's a profit loss margin. So if the margin's not high enough, they don't give a shit.
Let's see.
Let me see.
I
Here.
mean,
I'm going to make a quick adjustment here. Give me just
at the
a second.
game's peak, World of Warcraft was counting 12 million subscribers.
Wow.
12 million subscribers. That's a lot of players.
Jesus.
Let's see.
I knew it was high, but damn, that's
now, granted, that was
whole number. That's a whole nother fucking level.
When was that?
08? 2010. 2010.
Okay.
So, it's a little bit ago. But let's see how many players. How many GTA 5 players? Oh, never mind. GTA has over 20 million monthly active users.
Currently?
Wow.
And total number of registered players is over 190 million globally.
Wow. It's impressive.
Jeez. That's what I'm saying. This game, if it does not perfect, it's gonna there's so much hype. This is gonna probably be the biggest release we've seen of a game in probably a decade, easily.
I know why there's such a big difference in player base. WoW was PC only.
Yeah,
that's true. The reason for the player base difference. No consoles.
Yeah. So we'll see. Hopefully it won't get delayed again. Only time's going to pretty much tell. On to the next news, which is no shocker at all. The Witcher 4 shits the bed epically. Literally comes out of the gate with the worst ratings in the show's history, and every single episode a drop and a drop and a drop and a drop. I would love to bring up like the stats of like the percentage of the reviews versus people versus critics, but that would require us to use the website that I think needs to burn in utter fucking hell, because let's face it, Rotten Tomatoes is utter fucking dog shit and has been for a while. However, though, from what I heard, it is still even abysmal on there. Damn. Even the bots praising it could not save it. But yeah, Witcher 4 is saying 577,000 U.S. households watched Season 4, Episode 1 during launch. That's 35% down from Season 3, which is even further down from 2. And, of course, all of them are down across the board from 1. 1 was, I mean, this is the show that when the first episode dropped, they were touting it to be the Game of Thrones replacement.
They were.
But then literally by Season 2, Cavill, like The Witcher wasn't even in 3/4 of his own fucking show. And every season after that, less and less and less and less and less. In fact, I thought an idea of a great drinking game, except until I actually started watching back as someone recapped all the episodes of every time they use the word Siri. Looking for Siri, where's Siri? Looking for Siri, where's Siri? If you tried to do a drinking game in Season 2 of any time they say the word Siri, you would die of alcohol poisoning by Episode 2. So, yeah, I have not watched it. I'm not going to watch it. I'm at the point now where I would love to watch a show to see how bad it is so we could josh on it. But at the same note, I don't want to give it my ratings. Not even one.
I dropped Netflix this month. I finally made the move because everything else is just that much better, and they're dumping shit like Witcher 4.
I could not drop Netflix because yesterday the thing I was waiting for came out. So if nobody has seen it, I've already watched it. I'm going to rewatch it again tomorrow. Guillermo del Toro's Frankenstein
Oh yes, did see that dropped.
perfection. That is Del Toro back to his Pan's Labyrinth days. It is fucking gorgeous. The story is amazing. Like, I am literally thinking about going to see it in the theaters because there was a limited theatrical release for it, and San Antonio does, I think, have 2 theaters actually showing it. But it is fucking gorgeous. Like, this, it is a perfect fucking movie. I honestly cannot rave enough about, like, it is Del Toro at his best. I mean, yeah. If you haven't seen Frankenstein on Netflix, go see it. If you don't have Netflix, see if it's in a theater in your area. It's fucking
That's what I might have to do.
Yeah. On to the next one. Here we go. So the Nix system has dropped in Star Citizen. And right here, we're actually looking at, this video was done by Morphologist. And of course, there will be links to all of this after the show. We always give credit where credit is due and drop the links in.
I mean,
Now,
it's beautiful. Right
is this
there.
PTU or PU?
So Nix is in 4.4 right now. So it's
Okay.
in wave 1. And now this space station, you guys don't remember because it was prior to your time of hopping into the game. But Levski used to be in Stanton when they first developed it. And it got the reputation of being called Lagski because it's just so resource heavy. Right now, Morphologist even says if you hop into a PTU server that wasn't like the one he was on. So the one he's in, everybody was in there. The fucker was full. So as you can see, it's a little choop, 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 choop. It's not laggy, but it is moving slow. He did say that people have hopped into less occupied PTU servers, and it is running a lot smoother. But so far, what I'm loving it's fucking gorgeous.
I like that graffiti of Hope is Here.
Oh, it's all over the place. There's like little signs of graffiti and nostalgia things laden around the whole area. But yeah, it's like just, it's also living. Like there are people and kids walking around the station. There are people doing things. Like for a new system, it's alive, it's functioning. It's a great big step. Now, Nix itself right now, I think they said does not have any of the planets in it yet. But right now, I think this was to basically just test the system, test Lagski, see how it's going to operate. The thing I love about it is it's all outside pads.
Oh,
so
nice.
part of the station, you're 0Ging into where you're going.
I mean, that's one of the things I loved about Port Ollie when it was still there.
Yeah, well, Ollie should return at some point, hopefully.
Hey, I like
how
he
basically
on the previous episode where we had Dig on and we were speaking that into existence, like the next week there was confirmation Port Ollie's coming back.
Yep. Well, they knew they even said when they removed it that it's not permanent. They had other things they wanted to do and the resources it utilizes because moving rings and everything, and as elaborate as it was, it just they didn't have a spot for it at that point, I guess, is their main reasoning for doing it. Let's see. I see somebody hopped in. Anybody making comment?
Not the see.
Oh, Mr. Supposed to be doing. Yes, Mr. Comment Man is failing epically.
Yep.
Bad shark. No donut.
It didn't pop up letting me know that.
I have some new. I guess he's saying news. Rosie the Riveter is getting a statue, and I didn't know she was still alive.
Wait, what?
What?
She is?
You're gonna have to elaborate this because, to my knowledge, the woman that originally marketed, like who she was based off of, there's no way the woman could be alive.
Oh,
she was in her 30s to 40s in 1940 or 30s and 40s when they used her.
There was some news recently, and I don't remember exactly the lines of what I saw.
Fairfield woman who was Rosie the Riveter has died 2 days ago.
Okay, so she passed away, so this statue is going to get made after her. It's a memorial. Also, I discovered an old movie that looks interesting. It's called, The Sphere?
The Sphere.
Dude, The Sphere is amazing. That's a Michael Crichton book. So The Sphere came out 1 or 2 years after Jurassic Park because everybody got on a kick of Michael Crichton. So you had 3 of his things got made. They made Jurassic Park. They made The Sphere. And then there was one other book of Crichton's that they turned into a movie. Look it up, Shark. I know they did 3 at least. Because I read all of Crichton. I read The Sphere and Jurassic Park. And I really wish the movie had been like Jurassic Park, the book, because the book to me was way fucking better.
Also, welcome back, Entity. I know that Shark forgot about you. I didn't.
Be forewarned, but as many shit as we have in our windows and everything, Shark is still operating on the single monitor, not the.
You mean you don't have a window wall? Just whoosh.
No.
Well, the crazy part is right as I got this thing, it's like the universe knew he upgraded. Let's try to sell him on something new. What does somebody on Facebook Marketplace have for $800? The goddamn Odyssey 55 Arc.
Oh.
And I'm like, no, that's overkill. This thing's 45 and already like my speakers I have enough breathing room to put a few guns right here.
So we got
That's all I need.
Twister. Twister is what you were thinking of.
No, I did. Twister wasn't a book. Twister was a screenplay by Crichton.
Let's see. Westworld, Twister, Jurassic Park.
Okay. The Sphere.
I'm trying to do, Sphere, Congo.
That's what it was, Congo. And the Congo movie was fucking horrific. So that's what I'm thinking of. It was Congo because they made they pretty much, I think the order went, they did Jurassic Park, then they did Sphere, and then they did Congo. And then Congo bombed. And that was kind of the end of the Crichton stuff being done into film. And then he just did TV. Because Westworld and all those things pretty much were survived on TV.
Yeah.
So, but that's basically Levski. We'll be able to all check it out soon. I think I've already got access to it. I just haven't hopped into it. So next news that kind of dropped down the pipe in the last 2 weeks. Paramount has ixnayed the Kelvin timeline. There will be no Star Trek 4 film in the Kelvin timeline. YouTube was recommending me clips of Sphere. It looked interesting. I'm going to go watch it in a few hours. It's a good movie. It's not great, but it's good. It's entertaining. And I would say if you do actually partially enjoy the movie, read the damn book. The book is incredible. In fact, the book goes into things about science and philosophy into science of shit we're actually now just technologically starting to jump into. So it was, again, one of those ahead of its time, weird little books.
And honestly, Entity, if you end up liking the Sphere and you haven't watched it, watch The Abyss.
Oh, The Abyss is gorgeous.
Yeah.
The Abyss, literally to this day, there are people that do digital effects that still try to replicate the water effects and that, and how they did it back then still blows the minds of the guys that are just using the shit we use today, because it was good. It was gorgeous. Also, you know damn well every time y'all get a notification when someone is in chat, he calling you out.
I didn't. Well, that's the thing. The comments didn't pop up a little red dot for me.
Well, I just saw it out of the corner because I got it partially covered right here. The movie looks like it belongs on the Sci-Fi Channel.
Oh, yeah.
It does, mainly because you got to remember when it was made, and it also was not made on a very large budget for its time. Also, too, the special effects at that time, Jurassic Park shows you what the epitome of amazing special effects was. Yeah, The Abyss, I think a lot of people who haven't watched it have a hard time watching it. It is a slow to get to the gate movie, but once it takes off, then it's great.
Yeah.
But it does have a lot of exposition in the first 30, 40 minutes. So yeah, basically no Star Trek 4. I kind of foresaw this coming solely because Star Trek Beyond did not do as good as the movies before them. And second, with the death of Anton Yelnats, I did not see Yelnats that let me read it because I don't want to do the guy disservice. Anton Yelchin, who played Chekhov, I kind of didn't see them wanting to recast or continue that. Some of the cast said they wouldn't mind. People that knew him said he would have been for it, but I think there was a hesitation to it. Shout out to another film all of us missed on our film lists. Anton Yelchin's only movie that he was the headliner in. Odd Thomas.
Mm.
And Odd Thomas is one of those, if you like Donnie Darko, you're going to like Odd Thomas. It is another one of those very weird films. Also, if you want a weird like marathon of movies to watch Odd Thomas, and then go hop over to a movie with Michael J. Fox called The Frighteners.
I don't think I watched that one.
You've never seen it? Oh my God.
Mm-mm.
Wow. Double loss for Shark today. First, he misses the comment. Now he hasn't seen a good movie.
I mean, it's a shocker that Walrus hasn't seen something, but Shark, come on, my boy.
I've had a long
Wait a
day.
minute. You've seen The Frighteners?
No,
Okay. So, yeah. Okay.
no, I was saying that, oh, look, it's Walrus not having seen something again.
Oh. Yeah, you're right. It is slow. It does keep your attention. It is. The movie I'm excited for is Nuremberg looks good. It really does.
Yes.
But it's also not the first time they've done that. In fact, the first version of Nuremberg was done, I want to say 22 years ago. It was with Russell Crowe. And the interesting thing is, the one that plays his 5 or 6 year old son in that movie is actually a 6 or 7 year old Henry Cavill. That was one of his first roles. Yeah. In fact, the only reason I remember that is Henry Cavill was talking about in an interview that, no, it was Russell Crowe. He was on Joe Rogan. And he was talking about how that Henry gave such a commanding performance of such a young kid and had such a drive to be an actor, but was questioning if he should do it, that Russell Crowe gave him a personalized picture and a letter saying, do not give up, live your dream, move forward. And when they met each other again, all those years later in Zack Snyder's Snooperman, because remember, Russell Crowe played Jor-El.
Yep.
He was shocked that Henry still had all of that to this day and credited him that letter kept him going to become an actor. So it's kind of their whole story coming full circle again. Thought that was kind of cool. All right, for our next little piece of tidbit. After Avengers Doomsday, it is reported that Patrick Stewart, they're saying reported, but it is still kind of a rumor phase, that Patrick Stewart will probably be retiring from acting at that point.
I mean, they've been saying that for the past handful of roles that he takes on.
But this was actually from his words, from his own mouth, from an interview. He didn't fully say it, but he alluded to he does not, in a sense, foresee any more roles for him to play that he has not already done. He's happy where he's at, basically.
Yeah.
I mean, he's 85 too.
Yeah, I mean, Ian McKellen's already retired. Michael Caine's retired.
Yeah, exactly.
Hannibal Lecter retired. I can't think of his name for some reason for Anthony Hopkins. All of the greats are retiring. Like the only one that came out of retirement was Lithgow, came out of retirement when they offered him Dumbledore. And that's mainly because his grandkids were like, do it. So he did it. He's going to do it. However, though, the Harry Potter new audiobook just came out. And I will say that the Dumbledore they picked, I would have loved to have actually seen in live action after hearing his voice of the character.
Hold on. There's an
audiobook. The first one just dropped of the series.
Okay.
And Dumbledore is being voiced by Hugh Laurie. House.
Yeah, really? It's literally, it just popped up on
I haven't bought it yet, but apparently 2 of the people I know that have listened to it loved it and can't wait for the next one to come out. And when I heard some of the lists of the voice actors that they picked, I was like, okay, I might actually
full
get
cast
that.
Edition.
Yep.
Guess what? Boom. Done.
You just got
I have 3 credits sitting in my thing right now. So
yeah,
done.
see, I have nada. I have no credits. I am creditless. In more ways than one.
No audiobook for you.
Oh, I'll get it. I'll get it later. What was it on Audible?
Yeah.
Okay. That's what I figured. All right, so we're going to hop into here real quick. We got a couple of comments to go through from the last couple of videos. And shout out, we had 3 new people subscribe. So shout out to Kishan Narain, I hope I'm saying that correctly, Brian West, and Solomon09. Thank you guys, ladies, it's them, they, whatever. Thank you for subscribing. Hope you enjoy. Link in the Discord is already in. Please hop in. It's free to hop in and join. Give us your critiques. We're going to do polls of lists of stuff. Like if you hear something down the rumor mill that you'd love us to harness the power of TISM and check out, we definitely will. Got some interesting comments to kind of hop into. Savage Play Skiar 666 responded to when we were talking about Star Citizen and said playable is an overstatement. So I responded back and said, at times this is true, but when it is something fun and beautiful. And he goes, yeah, but for a couple of hours you realize CIG is giving us the shell, but it's missing the egg. I thought that was pretty damn good. It's a hell of a way to describe it if you think about it. So I said, these are my thoughts. I said, sad and true. I do wish they would finish a few things on the roadmap and quit adding stuff till what is there is done. There is so much potential. And it's true. They need to narrow the focus, get some shit done. And that, thankfully, that's what they have done, at least when it comes to server meshing side, thankfully.
Yeah, that is a lot better now.
And then someone did correct me. Pratani6996 did shout out and say, because I made the millions of day playing comment, which I actually meant to say millions have downloaded it. So you are right, sir. Millions of people don't play it. That was my fupa. It is millions of people have downloaded it. However, though, there is an active count of 18 to 30K per day playing it. So it's still not bad for an in-development game. Now, once Squadron 42 and the single player hits, I bet you we're going to see the numbers of that skyrocket for at least the first month.
For sure.
And then it'll probably bleed over into, of course, God damn, I can't talk right now. The multiplayer aspect of it.
Hey, coming from Arma 3, anything that's better or that is less buggy than that is super playable. So for me, Star Citizen, you're doing great. Having no issues. Flawless game.
Oh yeah,
they're
well,
not bugs, they're features.
Like I responded to in the last show when the person made the scam comment. I can understand where people see that. I'm not going to scream, no, it's scam, I can play it. It is still questionable in the sense of money spent, time creation, and the fact of a non-tangibly finished product, like a solid vision product. But it has accomplished technologically a fuck ton of shit and a size and scope from being done from a company that started from nothing. When we have so many well-established multi-billion-dollar gaming companies that look at the stuff they worked on for 10 years and turned out a steaming pile of shit that's unplayable. So,
I mean, look at Call of Duty Black Ops 7 or whatever it was.
Oh God, yeah. Dude, I like I said, I quit with the Warzone and the Call of Duty shit a while back. It's a joke. I'm sorry, these skins and everything. It's like literally it's like they are trying so fucking hard to be Fortnite. It's sad.
Well, I mean, everything went downhill when Battle Royale became a popular game mode.
Which is funny because I don't get the whole point to the whole Battle Royale part. It's fun for a little while, but I miss challenging gameplay.
Yes.
Like when we talk about our forgotten games, there's going to be hey, don't disrespect Arma 3. The bugginess is one of the greatest aspects. You know the saying, Arma physics.
Yeah, hey, I love and hate Arma. It's been my main game since it came out. So I love it. I was playing it earlier today. It has its moments, but I'll be the last one to actually talk real shit about it.
Yeah. So on to the next thing, the death of D&D. Wizards of the Coast, what was about a month back, decided to drop their new rendition with all the rules, the changing and everything. And it literally proved that Wizard of the Coast is dumb as fuck and has lost the epic fucking plot. So we're going to run through here. I don't even need to read the breakdowns of these. Just the little beginning woohoo of it will tell you everything you need to know.
Uh-oh.
This one I will read. Player freedom. Some rule changes empower players to choose their character's abilities and skills, allowing them to create any type of character regardless of species. So in a sense, just free willy, do whatever the fuck you want. Fuck the game plan.
It's like Battlefield 6 saying that you get to be the LMG gunner and carry the AT-4 and carry a sniper rifle as your secondary.
Now, here's the reason of why all this is happening. Increased diversity. There has been a focus on hiring more diverse writers and including more diverse characters and cultures in the game's lore and art. It's fantasy, you fucking tards.
So I don't know if you know this.
But then again, these writers are probably the same women gushing over fucking jerking off minotaurs in their favorite books.
I don't know if you know this, but the former president of Wizards of the Coast from 2022-2024 was just reinstated. Because Hasbro actually owns Wizards. And they just put Cynthia Williams back into play. That was announced on their Twitter account.
Well, here's an interesting one because I am not up to speed on most of the new rule books. It's been a long time since I played, long time since I read any of those. So maybe y'all are definitely more up to speed on some of the more current iterations of things. But one of their biggest concerns was addressing racist stereotypes. The publisher has worked to edit past racist descriptions and change how characters like orcs are drawn and portrayed so they're not inherently monstrous or evil. They're a fucking abomination. They're an orc. This comes again to you don't understand fucking evil. And I'm sorry, when I see an orc, I don't sit there and see a race of any type of humanoid. You know what I see? A fucking orc.
Well, so to be fair, if you wanted to play a neutral character and have the orc strength, that's why you went half orc.
But so sit here and say because of the way they were drawn and their descriptionation, they're greenish gray. I don't see like that matching anybody. One of the books I had was one of the older ones. I remember how they were drawn. Nothing about how they were drawn made me think of any type of race of any human. They were a fucking orc.
Yeah.
So I don't get these fucking people. They literally are the most racist people on the planet because they see it in everything.
Now, I could see where they're getting at with the personification of some of the worst traits of humanity. I can see that. But
well,
that's
not
anything
a racist
directly.
problem if for some reason right now the statistics show one little group is literally doing most of the shooty, stabby. So here's the better one. Separating traits from biology. Some species no longer have inherent defining traits like being inherently brawny or intelligent. Instead, players can create characters with any combination of abilities, allowing for more customization.
So you've always been able to do that, though. This is what I don't understand, is they're trying to force things that have already been things. Because as a character, when you're creating your character, you're rolling dice and you're placing your numbers where you want them to go. If you want to have a abnormally tall goblin, you just go in your character description and say, hey, guess what? My goblin, for some unknown reason, is 6 foot tall and gray.
But that's because, again, they're seeing things that weren't there because they have to see that in everything. When it comes to orcs and Tolkien, they're evil, but in no others like anime, they're good depending on the anime. True. And in Tolkien is very clear that they are an abomination, an aberration of pure evil personified. They're not human in any form, any sense of the word. They are birthed from just destruction and death.
But Tolkien took a lot of his cues from D&D.
Well, yeah. Here's the even better. Here's the part that kicks it off. This is their main focus of everything. To change race to species. The term race has been replaced with species to describe different types of characters. This in itself is kind of dumb and stupid, but if you read all of those together, it comes down to the simple fact again. This is what these people who are these writers are seeing in their everyday life. And again, they cannot separate their distinction from you are working a fantasy world, you are writing about fantasy. Leave your freaking I got all the flags on my fucking wall bullshit at home. That's what it comes down to. They cannot separate their real world shit from the shit they're working on. Like it's in the title itself, fantasy.
So I will
you don't need any reality in it at all.
I've been playing D&D since 2.0. And honestly, that particular change doesn't bother me because it is actually more descriptive of what it is referencing. You know, you have humanoids, you have non-humanoids. They're not races, they are species in most cases. You know, now when you're talking about humanoids, okay, those would be races. I guess, you know, an elf would be a race, a human would be a race. But when you're talking things like orcs, or you know, you start going into some of the more monstrous ones, then yes, it is a species at that point. So anything beyond a humanoid, yeah, I kind of agree with it being a species. But once again, I've been playing forever.
But where I'm getting at is the reason this upsets so many people is because it's not coming, it wasn't needed. It's not coming from a genuine place. It was just not needed.
They're just trying to push an agenda.
And when you sit there and you start throwing pictures of people in levitating wheelchairs and, you know, the drawings that they're doing to bring this out into the world are literally looking like they came from, you know, an Antifa catalog, it doesn't help. And at the same note, you could argue that people are seeing it because they, on the other side, are seeing those things in everything wherever they look too. My take on it is, don't fuck with shit that already works. Nobody in the history of wanting to play D&D ever picked up an art book and said, that makes me think of my insert race uncle, fuck this game. No.
So what's really interesting to me, though, and I just grabbed one of my old D&D characters, is you look at a character sheet and you have a character name, you have a class and a level. You get to pick whatever class you want. There's no restrictions to say you can't do a class because it's a choosable item. You're allowed to pick your race or now species, which I'm okay with, because guess what? You're allowed to do whatever you want in the game. Hold on. People are trying to defend the free run demons, but if the demons are in a different anime, they are good. Correct. And it's okay. When you're looking at anime versus D&D, you're looking at Japanese stereotypes of a demon versus American stereotypes of a demon. They are very different.
There's a big difference.
There's a huge difference. Japanese culture lists many different things for demon that we as Westerners would not classify as a demon. In the West, we classify a demon as a demonic being, i.e. hellspawn. In the Japanese culture, a demon was anything outside the norm of humanity. So for them...
Or a spirit that is so tortured it's stuck.
Correct. For them, what we would consider the Fae, they would consider a demon because it is not a standard of humanity.
Yeah.
There's a big difference there. So, but like I'm sitting here looking and, you know, hey, I'm allowed to pick my alignment because it's a character thing. It's part of your character creation. You create an alignment. You create a race. You create a gender. You could have, ever since D&D has started, you could have a gender fluid character. Nothing's ever stopped you. So I don't understand why they're trying to push this subject when it's never been a subject. It's always been part of the game.
Exactly. But that's where my point's coming in. That's why people are angry about it, because it's something you don't need to make an issue of. They're making an issue because then it allows them to feel virtuous.
Well, I think it's them as an entity having to separate the actual game from how they're perceived.
But see, they can't. They can never do that. These people
No.
self-project into everything.
They just need their participation trophies.
Well, they got to act like it's not good enough. I have to change it. I have to save it. The savior complex.
Yeah, but D&Ds never need saving.
Well, but you got to remember, these are people that think everything needs to be saving.
Because, gentlemen, I don't care how big the room is.
The only thing that needs saving is my bank account, people. Save my bank account.
So hopefully with a change of guard, because these happened prior to that change happening. So hopefully maybe Hasbro stepped in and was like, all right, quit your fuckery. We're bringing this person back. You guys have lost the plot. Hopefully maybe it can be recorrected. So you have to bear with Shark and me. We're eating late. So hopefully we don't watch a choking live on stream right now as he's trying to narf down pizza.
No, that's
The
was
reactions
wings.
are too good.
That's wings,
wings.
and that is not the spice I asked for. That's a little warmer than I wanted.
Oh,
I
so it's
went
my
regular.
level of enjoyment.
Actually, this is lower than your level of enjoyment.
And it's still getting you? Oh, that's right. I forget you're not like me.
No,
I'm the guy that eats the 4 Horsemen burger just because I thought it tasted good.
I'm a Cholula person.
I haven't tried
And
that one yet.
Cholula to me is literally like spicy ketchup from Whataburger has more of a sip.
But I'm a Cholula person. That's why I put it that way.
All right. So I'm eating pizza roll. See, everybody got DoorDash late today.
There you go.
Isn't there a game going on? That's why they're probably slow everywhere.
Who knows?
Or was there a game earlier? So there's A&M playing or something earlier. They had it on the damn dealership. I was at.
Yeah, because I think it's like the pre-run for the national finals or something.
Bleh.
UTSA's playing.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
Okay. That would explain all the shit in the
Which, hey, they
reason the roads
needed a
are kinda
new
desolate.
they need a new stadium.
No,
The
fuck
Spurs,
that noise.
the Spurs don't.
Fuck that
Spurs
noise.
don't give it to UTSA.
Yeah, we won't even get into that crap. That is an epic waste of fucking money hidden into so much caca. All right, so we're going to take a little bit of a break from doing the content creator spotlight because, well, we don't want to run out of people to tell you about. And since a lot of people are deciding to ixnay from YouTube now lately, I decided we'll just take a break. But since it is our first show of the month, we're going to hop into my recommendation for Roaster of the Month. All right, so the roaster I picked for this month is another one of the favorites I like to go to, and that is Prodigal Coffee. So Prodigal Coffee was started by Scott Rao. Scott Rao, when it comes to the last, say, couple of years, there's been a few people that have kind of set the standard on where coffee is going when it comes to the world of coffee. And so you've got Herger, you've got Hoffman. These are all people that were barista champions, roasting champions. Well, Scott Rao is kind of the top dog when it comes to if you want to try a coffee that is just going to blow your mind on what coffee can be like the flavor a coffee can have. Just try any of his coffees. They are insanely good, perfectly roast. The quality control, you're not going to find any pitted or bad beans in the bags you get. They have epic quality control. And I dare you to read some of the descriptions. Try something crazy. Because I have yet to have a coffee from his that I will say I disliked. I had some that I finished the bag and I was kind of like, okay, that was unique, but it's not my cup of tea to ever get again, but it was unique. And then he's had some where I've tried it, and the minute I tried it, I was like, okay, I don't know about this. But then a few sips later, as it cooled down, I was like, fuck me, I didn't know a coffee could do flavors like this. Like, I had one that literally had it was fruity and floral and sweet on its own, but had this only way to describe it is like, you know, the spice you get at the end when you bite into like a semi-spicy chorizo? Like, you know, that not that heat, but that woo, kind of like with peppercorn, Szechuan peppercorn.
Yeah, like the little
the
tinkle.
fucking coffee had that.
Oh, wow.
And I was just like, what the fuck? But it wasn't, like I said, it wasn't bad, but it tricked my brain into like, did I fuck it up? Did I not make it right? So I contacted a friend of mine who's a barista. He's like, no, I got this because we both got it from a fellow drop. And even he was like, he was like, no, it has that. It's supposed to do that. He's like, but both of us were just kind of like, didn't know coffee could fucking do that. So if you definitely want something interesting, check out Prodigal Coffee. They're in Colorado, so you're not ordering from someplace. Like right here, it even says it in the title, Processed Chorizo or Chorizo.
So you're saying it's a little bit better than the 6-year-old K-Cup that I just took?
If you drank from a 6-year-old K-Cup, you'll be lucky if you're not having the squirt shits tomorrow. Coffee ain't ever supposed to be that old. So here's a little tidbit of coffee information. Hold on. Here is a tidbit of coffee information for people. You can look at Google and everywhere you go, the timing is going to change depending who you talk to. But here is pretty much kind of the gold standard, in my opinion. When you get a coffee, hopefully you're ordering from a place like this where it actually has the date it was roasted. Some roasters will send you a recommendation of what's called a respite time or a breathing time. So if the bag says best in 2 weeks, live to it. Because that means the beans were so fresh that when they roast them, it is going to take 2 weeks for all the nitrogen gas to escape from them. So that's your resting period. Once a bag is opened, it is best to finish that bag within 45 days if you're leaving it in the bag. If you have, and I'm going to wheel over here real quickly, hopefully I don't kill myself on the freaking cord here. If you have a canister, something like this is an Atmos. This, as you can see, I can't open, but now it's open. But when I close it, you'll hear it.
Yep.
That's vacuuming all the air out of this canister every time. And it will self-regulate. Anytime it senses more gas from the coffee, it'll suck it out. A canister that takes out the air, most coffee can last, I'd say, 90 days before you start seriously losing flavor. And by 6 months, it's probably what made that coffee special is going to be long gone. It won't be bad, but you're going to lose all the greatness out of it. That's the downside with K-Cups and stuff like that. You really have no date of when the fuck they pushed that into that capsule. And the only reason it stays as long on a shelf life as good is because they pump it with nitrogen gas.
Well, I mean, I looked at the K-Cup. There was no markings, no nothing.
Most of them don't anymore. I saw, what did Entity put on there?
80-year-old coffee.
Oh my God. What did you find? Like a rusted can of chock full of
Folgers.
Yeah, Folgers.
Oh man, my God. That must have like ripped your stomach apart, dude. Like, oh man. Can you read my Real Demons?
There's this.
Bible, demons are the dead spirits of the Nephilim, but I find it funny. People think that fallen angels are demons, but the Bible never. Well, that's because 90% of people, one, have never read the Bible. Well, I'm not 90. That's being an asshole. A good portion of people have never read their own book. They only listen to what the idiot at the pulpit tells them. And the other portion of them, it depends what version of the Bible they're reading. Because let's face it, the what is it? The new evangelical blah blah blickety blah 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 version that everybody reads now has so much shit ripped out of it that it's a joke. My father taught religion, was a major teacher and studier of religions and philosophy. I still have it to this day. I actually have. We estimated it's written about, maybe it's a Bible that's 200-300 years old, written in Greek Hellenic. And he actually had a professor translate it. And my God, first of all, there was a second book of Genesis and a second book of Revelation in there that none of these other Bibles have.
Yeah.
It
Plus,
had,
Enoch in there and a couple others.
It had Enoch. It also had all the things that they ripped out that became known as the Apocrypha and the Apocryphes. So I'm not Christian, and I researched the Bible out of curiosity. It's good. I wish more people would take that stance. I think more people, if you're going to want to understand everything, you need to read everything. Like I've read the whole Mother Torah, the Quran. I've read books on Sharia law because I'm that same way. I'm inquisitive. I want to know, okay, if this many people are putting this much into something, I want to know about it. And there's nothing wrong with that. We do the same with anime and video games. That's why we dive into all these things, because it is that innate curiosity of, if so many people I know like this, there has to be a damn good reason why.
Well, like when I was growing up, like my parents encouraged me to go, like with my various friends that they're various religions, right? Go and see what their service is. Go with them and be able to get that exposure. And see where different things tie in, see where different things diverge, and be able to come up with, I don't want to necessarily say my take on religion, but to understand the fellow man, if you will.
Yeah. No,
and that's what you're supposed to do.
Yeah, but here in the U.S., like when I was young, I literally had it shoved down my throat. I was forced to go to a Methodist church till I was like 8. Like, just, you're gonna do this. And then after that, it was a Lutheran church. And it's just like, why are we
my mom was born again. My mom brought me into brought both of us into kind of born again Christian for a little while, the new evangelical non-denominational bullshit, and before that Roman Catholic. And I learned very quickly, if you know the right questions to ask, you're going to create a shitstorm. So the 2 questions I would always ask is, when they go off on, if you accept Jesus Christ in your heart, you're saved. Everyone will be saved. No matter your sins, you'll be saved. So what you're telling me is, if Hitler accepted Christ before he went, he's in heaven right now? No. That's what, well, you just said that. So now you're telling me there's conditions to that you didn't tell me about, and now we're picking and choosing. And then I also asked the second one, the main one nobody can answer. What was Christ and the disciples up to from the age of 18 to 31? Because that's a big-ass gap with nothing.
We don't talk about the party days.
Shark, I've been visited by the Southern Baptist. Oh, man. Hey, as long as it ain't Westboro.
Right? I would love Westboro.
Dude, let's touch some crazies, man. My God. Those are some evil people. Like, if you really don't believe in evil, go listen to them, man. That is some sheer evil hate spewing out of people. All right.
What's next on the docket?
We're gonna hop into the next one, which is where Shark's gonna take the helm, because I had him harness his power of tism to look into the level of fuckery going on in Michigan right now when it comes to VPN bans, possibly leading to manga bans, and to retouch up on a recap of the anime ban in Texas, and if anything's been utilized to some level of fuckery degree due to that. So, Shark, you have the floor. And I'm going to eat something real quick.
So, I did homework, people. So, I'm going to go ahead.
Was tisming.
It was today. It was. I needed something else to focus on at work. So, this beautiful piece of toilet paper is the Michigan House Bill number 4938. And it's literally named the Anti-Corruption of Public Morals Act. And this is, oddly enough, a Republican bill. Totally Republican. I mean, it's really not that odd.
Gotta love when they use the word morals and they don't want to answer the question of whose morals.
Well,
considering that a lot of the Republicans that love touting about morals, get a nice little sucky from a young dude in a public bathroom.
That's what I was going to say. I was like, I'd love to go check the bills on these Republicans that made this bill. Yeah, you
Holy
did bring
shit,
this up before.
You live 60 miles away from Westboro? Oh, my dude, my sympathy goes out to you. Holy hell.
All right. Sorry, Entity. I keep For whatever reason, my camera is right there, so I'm not like catching them quick enough. All right. Yes, and yes, Entity,
Don't
you
worry,
have
Entity,
brought
I
this
got
bill
you.
up. There you go. You can eat, you can do the chat thing. But the anti-corruption and moral side, and what this breaks itself down to is they're trying to do a ban on porn. That is the, hey, look here, is the, we're going to ban all pornographic material, period, the end. And by the way this law is written...
Wait a minute. What did you just say? Pornographic? You
pornographic.
You got your education, didn't you?
Hey, leave my tism alone.
Okay, but is the dough the flow now?
No, but
we going into Ebonics 101?
No, but I did have to put some brake juice in the truck the other day. Okay.
Okay.
Was it right along your windshield blinker fluid?
No, the blinker fluid.
Or your blinker fluid? That's what I meant.
Come on,
See, now I'm fucking
easy there. Easy there. Easy. Anyway, the big hey in your face is that we're going to ban all pornographic material, is what it is. But what they
yeah, that's going to work real good. Some sexually repressed dude that's been thinking about R-wording somebody now has nothing to vent their release on except for the person they've been fascinating about that they should focus on. God damn,
exactly.
Idiots.
And then he's going to go to a Twitch live meet, and next thing you know, we're all back to round one. But
it's like here in the U.S. there was like, I don't know, this Bill of Rights and
with this law, man. I'm wondering how quickly Dan Clancy's going to be moving to Michigan.
Oh man, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to laugh so hard on that. Shark, the crazy thing about the bill makes it, if you view regular porn, you get, oh no, hold on, it's even better than that, Entity. So this bans all porn, period, the end. It becomes a 20-year felony. So if it is a class 1 felony with a not more than 20 years and or $100,000 fine for watching one porn. And this doesn't matter if it's on the internet, if it's on VHS or anything. It doesn't matter how you watch it. It is, you are an offender at that point. Sharko, so you didn't know.
So what you're saying... So what you're saying then is if this bill passed and they already started enacting this and I lived in Michigan, last week would have costed me about $5 million already?
Oh, no, because if you're at 100 or more pieces of prohibited item, it is a 25-year, $125,000 felony at that point. So I'll see you when
the only way I'd be getting out of jail is if I become Methuselah then.
Yeah, pretty much. I'd be,
Jesus.
I'll be your huckleberry, and that's about it.
The sad part is, I bet you if you go look at the laws in this state, they're giving somebody less for attempted murder.
Oh, yeah. But
here, let's go ahead and scroll that down a little bit more.
Well, what, you don't want to read about that? This is YouTube.
Well, I was thinking YouTube didn't like that, all right?
YouTube.
That's all I was going at.
If you cannot display state bills, then your censorship is officially gone way too effing far. This is a state-ridden bill for Michigan, and
which
if you
is
don't like
on a
the
public
wording,
domain website that you do not need age verification to be
on a government website. Note this is the legislature.mi.gov website. But so they're all in your face with the, hey, we're going to turn you into a felon for 20 years, and we're going to make sure that you have no way to ever get out of jail for watching porn or making porn. Technically falls into this. But on the backside, under Section 2, or let me scroll up here to Section 2 real quick. circumventing, I can't talk today. Circumvention tools, meaning software, hardware, or services designed to bypass internet filtering
And here's where the
mechanisms
VPNs come in.
or content restrictions, including VPNs, proxies, and encrypted tunneling methods to evade content restrictions. So this means that regardless of what you're using a VPN for, they want to ban the idea of a VPN permanently because, well, if you're using a VPN, how do we know what you're doing?
I foresee a lot of people in Michigan who have any sense of intelligence learning how to use the Tor network very quickly.
Well, no, that's blocked
No,
on this too.
Yeah, that's the tunneling.
Yeah, that's
Right.
tunneling, right? But here's the even better part. As you start scrolling in here and you look,
So Entity wanted to know what's the update on the bill, because the last time when he mentioned it to us a few months ago, like in one of the earlier episodes after we did the anime bed, he brought this bill up.
we hadn't really.
What is
deep
new with
into
it? Has it actually gone through, or is this
No.
still in that preliminary phase?
It is still in preliminary, but I actually spent some time digging, and it's not just VPN.
You having a fucking field day with this.
Oh yeah, it's not just VPN. Beyond VPN, they're also attempting to create a state implemented mandatory filter that will hold on.
So what you're saying is they want Big Brother to be watching.
They want Big Brother to be watching, and they want the ISPs to report within 2 business days any violations to law enforcement.
Dude, this level of overreach, it's like for all, and this is as political as I'm going to get on this, because we're concentrating on this more on the fact of everybody uses VPNs nowadays to protect your credit card information, to watch out of region content on your streaming services, to just have a level of privacy that everybody should be entitled to on their own personal devices.
Here
We're
it
also
is.
talking about it on the fact that their loose definition of what they're considering pornography or distribution of it, that literally anime and manga fall under some of this crap.
Correct. And
Here's my
the one
take.
that gets me.
For as much as people want to fight on right or left or whichever side they're on, this is the type of shit that gives ammo to the other side. Just like when the other side does something, this gives this shit ammo. I am just so overtired of how these assholes overcorrect on everything. I'm so, like, it literally said separation of church and state for a motherfucking reason.
But there's no middle ground anymore. We are literally, the US, as far as the political climate, is in a full skid right now. We are pushing hard left. We are pushing hard right. There is no middle of the road right now.
Yeah, and the funny thing is, if the far right side dropped the religious shit, I'm pretty sure the majority of the country would actually be on their damn side.
True.
It's this high level, Christian shit that pisses everybody off.
So right here, this was one of the other things that I thought was interesting. Section 4, Part C here, a public reporting mechanism within a 2 business day response time for law enforcement flagged content. That means, and not to mention, also automatic account suspension or permabans for repeat offenders. Literally, they're wanting the ISPs to go full Big Brother, report you to the police state so that they can come make their money.
Well, there is only one positive that this bill would affect. Twitch would be completely banned in Michigan.
Oh, more than Twitch. So that was another thing, is going
social
down
media as a whole.
Yes, social. So section.
Yeah, no,
4,
Entity. I've been keeping track on stuff like that. He was my grandfather to me, but my dad's stepdad. Well, that's a long story. In the later years of his life, he kind of went down this rabbit hole years ago about this immense fear of Sharia law. And the crazy part, some of the crap we're seeing with shit like this, that Skeletor looking motherfucker that was trying to run for governor or mayor or wherever the fuck it was, You know, the guy that looked like he was the star from the Tom Hanks movie where they tried to take over the boat. Thankfully, that guy lost. Everything my grandfather was terrified of, I'm actually seeing in real time unfold and people allow. And it's just like, what the fuck? It's crazy because if any of that shit ever comes to fruition, everything we enjoy is gone. Like, you want to talk about a repressive freaking society. They're the top dogs. Like, seriously, no other one is as repressive. Like, everything we enjoy would be gone. Yeah, I know Entity a month ago, it was kind of close to, and they were trying to get that sanctuary. Basically, they're trying to build like their own little micro city commune, and basically Texas went real quick on that.
Well, what's really interesting on the flip side,
as long as we got wheels running the show, we got hope.
Right. On the flip side of that, there's actually a group out in Arkansas trying to create a white only city.
Oh yeah, that thing's been good, creating up a shitstorm too, because obviously why they. Oh man, yeah, it's just crazy.
So this was another thing that I thought was interesting. This section 4 right here says an internet platform, website, or social media service that is accessible by a user in this state shall update its TOS and content policies to explicitly prohibit any hosting, promotion, indexing, linking to, or accessing of prohibited material. So that means Facebook has to stop its OnlyFans.
All right, Entity, that was a good one.
What did he say?
About our governor. They may not be good wheels, but they're wheels.
Oh, yeah. But yeah, no, this bill is all kinds of...
Dude, it's all sorts of wrong. Up. It's all levels of wrong. Okay, so we are definitely going to keep an eye and monitor on this one. So if they do a change, if it gets shot down, we'll definitely talk about it in the show when on the next show when it happens. If it sadly passes, we may actually do a special early show on a Saturday in between to discuss it, because that's going to, again, all it takes is one dumb state, one dumb place, UK, to start implementing crap, and the ball starts rolling downhill. Like, I think probably our first show of the full fulminate is probably going to be all on the history of digital IDs, because that shit is just epically terrifying. That is way too much control for any government and bank entity to have on any individual. And we're definitely going to be talking about that, because I'm deep diving into that right now. It took a long time to figure out where the origination of that fuckery started. Little tidbit, little spoiler. World Bank says everything you need to know. All right, Shark, what do you got on a recap when it comes to the fuckery that happened here in Texas?
So
any updates on that?
Fuckery here in Texas, other than just passing, it passed on June of 2025.
I agree.
September 1.
I won't show that up on it. I won't show that chat up there. No.
Sorry.
Entity, I'll address you. Yes, I agree with you. I was trying to warn Shark not to show that, because if we actually show that, YouTube can actually take that as somebody being threatening, because, well, let's face it, YouTube's algorithm AI is retarded. So, but no, I agree with it. It's pushing people's buttons to a level where you're basically just asking for the fuck around, find out scenario to kick in. All right, go with it, Shark. What do you got? As he's eating ice.
Yeah, sorry about that. All right. So it passed on June of 2025. So earlier this year, it did pass. Went into effect September 1, 2025. And so far, I haven't been able to find any direct actions taken with this particular bill. There's still some feedback going on from some courts and stuff as far as like wording. But what I thought was really interesting, and let me pull this back up real quick and share this tab. All right, so this is the Texas copy of the bill as it went through. And so under 2B, where am I looking for? Oh, yeah, here we go.
Oh, down below.
Section 2B. There we go. No, that's not what I'm looking for. Is this one right here. So the bill says that a person commits an offense if the person knowingly possesses, accesses with intent to view, or promotes obscene visual material containing a depiction that appears to be of a child younger than 18 years of age engaging in activities described by Section 43.21. So first of all, the age of consent in Texas is 17, not 18. And when we go into the actual child cartoon
Entity, he's talking about the
animation,
original one that we first talked about in the anime ban episode.
Yeah, the one
yeah. This is just a recap of it, because this was the final bill that
So
passed.
basically, the reason nothing has been implemented with it yet is there are several circuit courts and other things in Texas that are pushing back due to the looseness of it. So thank God some other people noticed, wait a minute, this is way too fucking open. And that basically means it is hopefully going to push back to where they have to do a revision. And in that revision, that's when the higher court's going to go, this needs to go, this needs to go, this needs to go, this needs to go. This can't be like what Shark's talking about right now, this loosely worded, because any interpretation of if someone is of that age, how are you going to, one, to solidly prove that that person is of lower that than the age of, you know, what the original artist intended. And yeah, it's so much goddamn open space.
Yeah, and I mean, like I said, it's the fact that they've added, you know, a cartoon or animation. You can't always tell the age of a cartoon character or an animated character. But the part I was getting at that I thought was a little funny, because I dug a little deeper, was whenever you go into the subchapter that they're talking about.
Entity, it's been pushed back. So basically, it's in the court's hands now.
Yeah, it's a law, but the courts are, nobody has been charged under this law yet, because the courts are still throwing back and forth on it, of being able to use it. So the definition of obscene, now, sorry, I'm going back and forth here. This specifically says Section 4321 A1B. So we go to A1, obscene means material. And this is one of the saving graces, I think, because A is not included here. A says the average person applying contemporary community standards would find taken as a whole appeals to the pursuant interest. So the average person is not an anime watcher, right? So that's a little bit of a saving grace. But when we look at Section 2 and we start looking at what depicts, I'm just blown away by the fact that right here we're talking about Beastie Boys, if you will, because I'm not sure how YouTube will like that word. But it also talks about the fact that, hold on, where's it? I don't know if you can read that. Are you able to read that right there?
No, we can.
Covered male genitals in a discernibly turgid state. I think that's
so. What you're basically just saying by that description is every freaking book on the top 10 seller of female books right now, the covers would not work.
Exactly.
Yeah,
because either you're falling under the Beastie Boy thing, or you're looking at engorged material through cloth, and that doesn't work either.
Yeah. So it just comes down. We're going to keep an eye on all this. We're going to keep looking at basically where this goes, how they fight it. See, that's the problem, Entity. They don't understand that fiction is fiction. They don't get this. They want everything in their puritanical fucking view. And that's the sad part. The most repressed people in the frickin' world when it comes to shit, and the kinkiest people when their bedroom doors are closed, want their level of Puritanism to be everywhere, and it's a load of bullshit. Which kind of gets into the freelance subject of tonight, which is we have nothing to actually show for this because I forgot to actually throw it in there. So we're just going to talk with us, our talking heads, and I'm just going to go off the cusp here. So, yes, in the realm of Disney hating gingers, every race-swapped character of a major character in Disney's last several lines of remakes, reboots, and live actions has sadly all been someone who has red hair. And they've done it again. Sleeping Beauty, and this is still rumor, but it's from several reputable sources. Shout out to Snarky J Cosplay for being the first person that shot this into my radar on her video she dropped a day ago. They are redoing Sleeping Beauty. If it is going to be anime or live action, I can't remember if it's going to be live action.
It's going to be live
anime.
action.
Yeah. They are now making her, Sleeping Beauty is now Mexican. The whole story is taking place in fucking Mexico. How they're going to retake a European setting story and folklore fairy tale and put it in Mexico blows my mind. And the sad part is Disney already had a Mexican princess that they chose to shelve a few years ago. So, again, Disney has not learned any of their fucking lessons. It is going to epically fail. Sadly, Entity, the way things are heading, I think everybody's about to become the UK unless the UK in the next year or two implodes on itself epically, and then everybody's going to be like, okay, maybe we shouldn't do this. Because if an island can't contain it, how the hell is a country with the largest per capita owners of pew-pews going to do this shit?
Oh, my God. So
Disney hates my people. I'm a ginger. I don't have the bright red hair, but I have the auburn hair. Well, you be swapped out anyway. You'd be ixnayed. Sorry, Entity.
I just pulled up Snarky J's video on this just to look. And the first comment, I about spit out my water here. Pedro Pascal can play Aurora.
Yeah.
Now, you were saying that Aurora was a redhead. She was a blonde.
Yeah, Aurora was a blonde.
Close enough. Still a race swap.
Well,
the point is, they have every redheaded princess they have, other than Merida, has been undone. And if they fuck with Merida, all hell's gonna break loose. You fuck with an Irish girl, fuck that shit.
She's not Irish, she's Scottish.
Or Scottish, sorry. Who
I
cares?
mean, that was
Same
an
thing.
insult.
They're all people that the English fucked with. Plain and simple.
True.
I mean, the
But
Irish still want their hat back.
I look at it this way. They all are people that got fucked with. But it's just, I don't understand why that's the one common denominator of everything they've swapped. It's crazy that those are the ones that they went after the most. It doesn't make sense. It's like, I'm beginning to think, like, are there that many people in the writer room that some redhead pissed off in their life? But no, it's like, and then now they're just going to redo another story. And I don't understand, like, one, why are you redoing it? Why are you live actually? Why? It doesn't need to be fucking done. I mean, Jesus Christ, if you want, they're sitting there and their excuses. We need more representation. You have had an excellent example of Hispanic representation. Encanto. Encanto's a damn good movie.
Yeah, love Encanto.
Like, the music in it alone is damn good. And I am a person that really does not ever really care for samba or mariachi. I've never really cared for that music. And I liked Encanto. Even I thought, it's like, okay, this is good.
Coco,
yeah.
Coco was great.
But I use Encanto because Encanto hit that high mark of made a fuck ton of money. Like, it was a big success. Coco got more when it went into video, and the longevity of it grew. But Encanto was one that when it hit the theaters, it did really freaking good.
I forget, was that bird movie Rio? Was that one Disney or was that
was
Rio was Pixar.
Yeah,
I believe Rio was Pixar.
But that's still Disney.
Yeah, kind of, sort of.
Yeah.
Sub company shit. But yeah, it's one of those. The two things I hate about being a redhead is that there are some Christians that think we are demons, and the numbering stuff that they use to numb the pain doesn't work as well with us. Oh, you're talking about Novocaine, right?
He's talking
yeah.
about
So-
the anesthetic that
Correct.
they take like through the mask.
No, it's not even through the
no,
mask.
no.
Anesthesia overall. Redheads have a genetic thing that they're predisposed that any type of, whether it's through the mask or through the needle, it doesn't work as well. So redheads come out of it quicker.
Okay, I'm trying to think of the word. I think you read it in the same stuck. Trying to think of the actual word for that.
Yeah. Anesthesia.
Well, no, not
Any form of
anesthesia. Y'all
anesthesia.
have a. I can't even think of the word right now. Basically,
I
it
think it's
means
like
you
a
have
protein or something.
Well, no, not
Yeah,
protein. I'm not talking getting into the science part of it. I'm talking like there's the word that actually basically means
Immunity
you.
or not.
No, not immunity, because
Not
immunity
immunity.
is a virus. You basically just have a predilection to it not working due to a higher tolerant state of
Predisposition.
adaptation to
Correct.
it. In a sense, and the adaptation is not the right. I just can't think of the fucking word I'm thinking.
No,
God
you're
damn
right
it.
though.
My
You're on
cousin,
the
nurse when we need her. But yeah, you're right. Basically, it takes more to do it, and even then, it doesn't work as long.
correct.
Yeah, I think we're all sharing the same brain cell right now.
Yeah, pretty much.
We're fighting for third.
Yeah,
on it.
let's not even talk about dentists right now. My last time I got something was when this tooth got removed, and then they had to drill in to compact the fake bones. So when they eventually put in the screw to put in the tooth, which I never went back to because insurance ran out. Halfway through him doing the drilling, he slowly started noticing that I was ripping the armrests off of his chair from the grip I had on him. That's when I finally realized, are you feeling this? I was like, oh. He's like, why ain't you saying it? I just looked at him like, because I couldn't. I'm looking at him like, because you're in my mouth, motherfucker. How am I supposed to? Yeah. So yeah, that was not a fun experience. Pretty bad when I could chalk that hurt about as much as waking up and having 6 tubes coming out of the left of your chest. Yeah, it's not something I recommend anybody go through.
No.
Oddly enough, when they removed the respirator, it wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. They were chalking it up like it was going to sting and hurt, and I was going to puke. No, it actually felt good the minute they got that damn thing out. Catheter, on the other hand, sucked ass.
Yeah, don't recommend that one.
Yeah. And I actually had a doctor that was trying to be like, knew how to do it the gentle way. And even then it was like, that's the gentle. I don't want to know how when you fuck it up it feels. However, though, I will say there is something very cathartic. Yes, cathartic. When you have people coming to visit and they bring people with them that you don't really want to see or like, and you're sitting there listening to all their stories. And in the back of your mind, you're thinking, if they had any idea that I was just taking the biggest piss of my life as they're talking.
Nothing like a Foley to make your day.
Yep. Yeah, I was hoping the bag would break on him.
it's just.
Oh, yes. Entity, I have been through that all the way down to the nerve. Thankfully, I didn't feel all of it, but even at that, I will tell you, even when that shit works, it doesn't kill all of it. So I can only imagine if it ran out on you or didn't work fully at all. Yeah. It's funny how people do. The average person does not realize how bad either getting a nerve fucked up or actually just a quick on an exposed nerve ending will actually do. It literally your entire body is on fire.
It's the reason why it's a
instantly.
form of torture.
Yeah. I saw a movie where they showed a good one day because the philosophy behind it was perfect. The person he's torturing wakes up freaking out, and as they look down at their hands, and when they were knocked out, he took tattoo needles and jammed them into underneath the fingernails into the fingers. And then once they woke up, slowly started pulling them out. Because as he said, and what he said was true, When you start with this at 1 level to a 10, you'll start lying and telling anything to get it to end. But when you start it at a 10 and it never goes down, the body doesn't know how to reset. You will actually tell the truth because there is no break or climb. It's instant whole fuck. Which is kind of cool. Twisted and demented, but cool. Felt was awake. Oh, yeah. Dude, wisdom removal fucking sucks either way. But yeah, if you felt most of that, fuck that.
Yeah.
I thankfully, yeah, all mine are gone. I don't ever care to go through that shit again. All right. On that nastiness of notes and kind of dark deep down, it's time for a little bit of fun. We're going to go for the law. All right. This is our new segment that we've done in the last couple of shows. So it's not really new, but I still consider it new because it's fun. We're going to do for the lulz some funny little things I've found throughout the week to just share. And the first one we got is this one. Where is it? Right.
You closed yours.
How did I close? No, I didn't. It didn't.
You
it popped yours. Before presenting a screen, remove. Oh, it's because it's not allowing me with yours up there. You had yours ready to go. Quit doing that. All right. There we go. That's the first one for the day. Dudas, I bought you a gift.
That's a good one.
You,
I like
you know
that.
what's really funny is I actually pulled this the other day. Every Friday at work, we have a meme contest, and they posted a picture.
This is my nasty one for the night.
Oh, man.
Hey, man, this is probably how California's doing it, man.
Wow.
I didn't mean to change it that quick, but there we go.
Oh, but yeah, so it's a picture of these dogs all dressed up as the Sanderson sisters, right? And they're dogs that are trick-or-treating. 3 people had the audacity to go, oh, this gives me what was it? Oh God, not Hocus Pocus. The other
Shits?
no, it was a different Halloween movie, The Witches of Eastwick. That's what it was.
Oh,
they were like,
Witches of
this says Witches of Eastwick. I literally, I couldn't help myself. I got in there. I was like, Witches of Eastwick, Witches of Eastwick. This is the damn Sanderson sisters of Salem, Massachusetts. Dishonor on you, dishonor on your cow.
So yeah, that's my that's my racy one. I had 2 others that I told Shark about that we giggled about, but he even agreed before the show that it was probably better that I kept those out. I will throw all of them in the Discord.
There you go.
Yeah.
You would get to see the 2 that didn't make it to YouTube. Next one, when I saw the next one, I had to laugh my ass off.
See, this one's a little racy even.
Thank you, Walrus. You see that movie and finally got it.
I mean, I was thinking of the F-22,
Yes, I figured that's where you were thinking of it from.
Yeah.
Have you seen the movie,
Yeah.
Walrus?
Not in a long ass
Okay.
time.
But you have seen Silence of the Lambs.
Yeah. Yes.
All right.
Well, and you've seen Jay and Silent, or you've seen not Jay and Silent Bob. What
Well, no, the characters are Jay and Silent Bob, but the one you're talking about, the one you're thinking of is Clerks 2.
Thank you, Clerks 2. I was
Where he's
brain farting
standing in the
name.
fucking line, puts on the lip,
Yeah.
the fucking lip gloss. Yeah. Yeah.
And then
it was
he's
Clerks 2.
doing the tuck. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not that
Oh
one.
jeez.
All right, here you go.
Yes. Except that, note how many people are in that first run up there. That's
Yeah.
about
The
right.
ones at
You
the
you
end,
end up
yeah.
with just
That
the core
is.
5 at the end.
And our last one for the evening.
Oh my god. I should have saved it. I actually saw one. It was Alf shaved.
Oh, I've seen the one you're talking about.
Yeah, that one.
Uh-huh.
Oh my god, that was funny.
That reminds me of freaking Octo at the last family dinner.
Oh man. All right, Chuck. So next one we're going to get up to is we're going to run through like 2 lists that I came across and maybe talk about some things we're looking forward to and laughing at some of the ones that should have never been made, and probably even looking at a few on these lists that are like, what the fuck are they thinking? Who the fuck wants to watch that? So we're going to get into 2 lists. One is upcoming shows that are coming up, and another one is upcoming films that are coming up. And both of these lists go pretty far into 2026 of projected projects that are not being made, but have been made and are subject to when they're getting released in the next upcoming months. So you ready to go ahead and share that one, Shark? All right. So we're on, upcoming movies. So you can pan down. I'm going to kind of read these through. So we'll talk. So first one we got coming up here, scroll all the way down, is the one that just came out, Predator Badlands.
Yep, that came out today, didn't it? Was it today or yesterday?
No, it was a few days ago.
So release date, November 7th.
Yeah, it was November 7th. I have heard some people were like, it's not half bad, it's mid, and then some people, of course, are like, it's horrible. The general consensus is the story is not bad, the execution is not bad, but the special effects final on him is shit. And this movie would have been better if it was just a random alien and not a Predator, a wannabe Predator film at all.
Well, this is the
So
most
I will wait
Klingon-looking
to see
Predator.
Well, 2, and the whole story is supposed to be he's the runt of the litter and his daddy doesn't accept him. So he tells his brother to kill him and he goes off to the planet to kill the unkillable animal to gain daddy's love. Seriously, it's a fucking
I'm pretty
predator.
sure I've heard this before.
Why do we need to humanize a fucking predator?
Well, I mean, that does
the
kind of
guys
feel
on
like their
FNT,
culture.
Gary ended up making an analogy. I wish I could remember it because the 2 movies he said this is this and this. Like if they combine the 2 movies, it was
This is like How to Train Your Dragon on steroids.
no, he put it good. He
No.
said it's Enemy Mine meets another film. I just can't remember what the second film was. And he's right. If the synopsis of what they said is true, that's all it is. The Running Man comes out on the 14th. I am looking forward to this because the people that have reviewed it and have seen it said this is a perfect adaptation to the actual book. He is just a normal, everyday guy, not a former soldier, nothing, who literally joins a show called The Running Man to be able to pay for the medical treatment to keep his daughter alive. And so far, the trailer we watched at one time had promise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Domingo playing the host looked badass. But then again, that dude is damn near good in everything he ever touches. We scroll down to the next one. You got Now You See Me, Now You Don't. I will actually see this one because I did, in guilty pleasure, I did enjoy the first 2. The first one was way better than the second.
Agreed.
But the fact that the original core group from the first one is back, I'll still see it. I'm curious to see how they take it. Michael Caine will not be in this because, of course, he is retired. So I'm curious to see where they take it. I'm curious to see what happens. The one after this, Sisu, Road to Revenge. If you have not seen Sisu, you want to talk about a no-holds-barred Swedish revenge film. This thing is literally John Wick if it was in World War II. It is bloody, it is brutal, and this is basically, I don't know if this is a prequel or a lead up to it, but it's the same actors, same people, same group. Well, I'm going to read it real quick. So, surprise breakout action hit Sisu is coming back for us. Okay, so it is a sequel, and the same actor and same people. Written and directed, same people that wrote. So, yeah, it's this whole same crew. So, if they do as good as they did on the first one, I think this one should be good. So, yes, add that to your list, people. If you haven't seen Sisu, see Sisu. It's well worth it. Wicked for good. Yeah, it's the second part of Wicked. Whoopee. All right, you're scrolling a little too fast, man. So, yeah, keep a segment as much if you can. I'm trying to follow you. Okay, Wake Up
that.
Dead Man, a Knives Out mystery. I enjoyed the first Knives Out. The second one was still entertaining. I just don't know how many times you can kind of do the same thing. And honestly, the Benoit Blanc character is kind of just, it's like, I have no real need to see this one. I don't, in my opinion, I don't think it needed to be made.
I mean, what was the last one? Was that the pumpkin something or another one?
No. The last one was the Glass Onion.
Yeah, the Glass Onion
with Edward Norton.
That was my first exposure into the entire series as a whole.
Okay.
I didn't even know when I saw it that it was a series. I was just kind of mind fucked from the get go. I was like, all right, yeah. It's been a while since I've seen something kind of like this. This was enjoyable.
I just feel like it's a really
the first one was really way better. I will hand Glass Onion credit. Edward Norton did a good job. All the actors in it actually did a really good job. I'm still kind of blown away. Here's my chauvinistic side for the night. What is her name? Kate Hudson seen in the bikini. God damn, for a woman her age, she's just like her mom. She's still got a fucking figure. Holy hell, that woman's got a figure. But then Goldie Hawn literally still has a figure even into her age. But yeah, I don't know. I'll wait till like a bigger trailer comes out on this, and then it's just going to be kind of like, I mean, we should be seeing one pretty soon. I mean, it's set for the 12th of December into Netflix. So, Five Nights at Freddy's 2. This one I'm looking forward to because I did enjoy the first one. I've never played the games. I know of the games. I know the lore of the games just from YouTube videos when I'm bored and what is this about and watch one of them. I thought the effects and the way the first film was done, it was entertaining. This one looks like it is going to take a way more darker tone, and I'm kind of more for it. So that Matthew Lillard again, I've always liked him as an actor. I don't know why he didn't get utilized more or why there was such a downtime with him not being in anything, because the guy, when he is good, is really good.
So you were bringing up figures, and I can't believe you left Jamie Lee Curtis out.
In what?
Have you seen her recently?
Well, yeah, but she's always gonna have a figure. She proved she's gonna have a figure the rest of her life since she did the bikini scene in True Lies.
Yeah.
So,
but even now, she's still freaking.
Yeah, but I just don't want to look at her anymore because when you listen to her actually talk out of anything outside of her Hollywood movies, the woman has gone full tilt Hollywood cult stupid.
Okay, fair enough.
Jujutsu Kaisen Execution comes out December 5th. I am not caught up enough to know what's going on in these movies. I sadly am a little behind when it comes to Kaisen because other things came out that I was like, oh, I'll watch a few episodes of that and then hop back. And the hop back never happened because the few episodes led to more episodes that were good. So I've got to get up to speed on this one. Avatar, Fire and Ash, a movie that's going to look amazing, but none of us will remember the plot of the story literally a week after watching it. It's just literally Fern Gully in Space 3.
Well, no, I mean, it's Avatar also because now we're in Fire Nation.
Yep.
Okay, I'll rephrase that. It started out as Fern Gully in Space, and now it's Fern Gully meets Avatar Episode 3.
Yes. Yeah.
It's the crossover we didn't want, nor did we need.
Yeah. Honestly, they could have just stayed with the first Avatar, and I would have been happy.
Yeah, would have been good.
I mean, it was a great standalone. This one, I don't even understand why. The first Anaconda was not even that good. It was pure camp stupid. Entertaining pure camp stupid, but it was still pure camp.
Okay, but reading the way
seriously,
this is,
do we fucking Jack Black? Come on.
It says it's supposed to be a comedy, paying homage to that movie.
I know, but so you literally got if you think about the character-esque portrayals that Jack Black has done in every comedy, other than Forgetting Sarah Marshall. That's the only one where he played something totally different. All the rest of them are the same damn near. Same with Paul Rudd. All of them come off the self-deprecating, soon-to-be hero, I doubt myself, goofy doofus.
Yeah.
Them in Anaconda, I don't see it to where it's just not going to be like, take it to your 5 and 10-year-old. They're going to love it. Everybody else is just going to be like, all right, this is just dumb.
Well, so, I mean, it sounds like I don't know. It sounds like it's a twist that's a little different.
I don't know. It can't be near as bad as the Minecraft movie.
True. Because it says their favorite movie was Anaconda, and they go on a midlife crisis to the Amazon to remake their favorite movie. However, the snake they rent is killed, so they go to find a bigger snake.
That's what I'm saying. Okay, I will give it to the tidbit of the trailer. But if the trailer literally is just camp dumb, doofus dumb, nah. Entity's saying what? Why is it? Okay, if the trailer's already out, we may add that to the list. So, Shark, see if there is a trailer while we're scrolling through this. This next one I'm looking forward to. 28 years later, The Bone Temple. 28 years later was a slow burn. It wasn't as good as I was wanting it to be because, I mean, as good as 28 days later and 28 weeks later were, I was hoping it was going to be the roller coaster. I was wanting to see if a lot of the questions we had of some of the characters we saw in the other two may have survived. Some of that shit didn't happen. But how do we say his name? It's Ralph. Is it Fiennes or Fiennes? Voldemort. Anyway, his character.
I thought his name was just Voldemort.
Well, his character was the one character that stood out. The whole scenes with him, you wanted to know more of who is this guy? What led to this? I want more of just this person's story. That's what this is. And I'm all for it just because I want to know more about that character. Following that is Return to Silent Hill. I have a lot of questions about this one because is this going to in any way follow up the previous two Silent Hill movies? Or is this going to be a standalone in the same universe and reference, though? There's a lot about this I have questions about. And I find it odd that I have not seen anyone talk about it or anything more other than what this article brought up.
If we're going on Hollywood's recent theme of retconning, it might just start to get rid of all the good things of Silent Hill to begin with.
Yeah, well, I mean, the article here, they're talking about how they loved playing the games. The past movies haven't managed to blow them away. But Return to Silent Hill may change my mind about an on-screen adaptation. So it's following Silent Hill 2's story around James coming to the titular town after receiving a letter. The upcoming horror movie is going for a psychological thriller. And they're hoping, of course, you see Pyramid Head again. It's all just going to be, if they can make it more dark and they can make it literally big. That's honestly what I thought the first movie did at times give you that eerie feeling the games gave you. The little roach character was creepy. The way the nurse's mood was creepy. The second film, when you finally got to see Pyramid Head, was good. But it was everything in between that was just meh. And that's what kind of didn't make them great. If this can get you to where the whole time you're watching this, you know, you got that whole almost on the edge of your seat, but you're definitely grabbing on to the armrest, just like, all right, this is getting under my skin, then it'll be good. Because that's what the games did. That's what made the game so great. Is that you didn't know what the fuck was going to be around the corner. Every sound, you're like, what the fuck? You know, if a movie can capture that, I think it'll do great. Then, of course, you got Scream 7. Again? I mean, seriously, how many fucking Screams are we going to have? The only reason I have any interest in possibly watching this one is, again, Matthew Lillard is in it. He's making his return, which raises the question, how the fuck did you survive getting a TV dropped on your fucking head? So, I thought my Scream curiosity was just
Scream too many.
The second one was actually entertaining, but everything after that's just a watch, rinse, repeat. I've watched them just because I'm a horror nut, and there's very few horror movies I won't watch at least once. But this one, because of one of the original characters that I liked from the original Matthew Lillard's character coming back, if it is his character coming back, I mean, all we know is he's in it. They're never really announced if it is the same character. Could be a brother, could be some dumb twist like that. Who knows? Then you got Project Hail Mary, which is the one that we watched the trailer for. So we've all kind of given our thoughts on that one. Mm-hmm. Here's the one I didn't even know they're doing, the Super Mario Galaxy movie.
I did see about that, actually.
Hey, if it's all the voices coming back from the first Super Mario movie that they made with, what is it?
I think it's supposed to be.
Yeah, then I'm all for it. Oh, I mean, they did. That movie came out of, that movie could have been utter shit, and it was entertaining and funny, and I've actually watched it a couple times and still laughed.
Oh, yeah.
So they did good on it. Mortal Kombat 2 is shaping up to look really fucking good.
I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, the more I see of it, the more pictures that come released, the more things that come out. I mean, the first one was The
like
first
shit
one
out
I
of the first
thought
one.
was good. I just it moved at the point where it was so much a momentum of a movie. I felt it could have been longer. Like when I watched it and it ended, even I was sitting there and I rewatched it again, and a day later, and even the second time, I was like, this feels like where it stopped. I wanted more. Like, not in that I want a sequel, more of, was this really how they wanted it to end
Well,
at
it
this
could have been two
exact
movies.
point?
It could have been 2 movies.
Yeah. What did he say? Also, did y'all hear that Japan is making a Twitter clone, but for weebs? No, I actually didn't hear that. Hey, man, that'd be entertaining. So we got Mandalorian Grogu. We've talked about that. That's basically Disney's last cash grab. We've got Supergirl, which is after how Superman was. I don't really know. I have no faith in James Gunn at all. However, I will see this just to see Millie Alcock in that costume. That's about it. Woman's hot as hell. And she does look like Cara Jor-El. She really does. Especially from the comic book series that they're adapting, which is the Woman, I think it's the Woman of Tomorrow, is the one that they're taking this from. And then we have the Odyssey. This one I'm interested in. It's Christopher Nolan. So let's face it, man does have a really good track record.
Yep.
I mean, and then listen to this. I mean, just look at this. Matt Damon as Odysseus, Tom Holland playing the Telemachus, yeah. Anne Hathaway, Zendaya, Lupita Nyong'o,
Oh, of course,
Robert Patterson,
Tom.
Robert Patterson, Charlize Theron, John Bernthal, Benny Sadiv, John Leguizamo, Elliot Page, Hamish Patel, Mia Goth, and that's just, there's more. This thing is stacked. And apparently, I guess, from if I've read it correctly, they've been filming and working on this for a while. But I mean, it is like one of the most epic stories ever told. I mean, Homer's The Odyssey is probably one of my favorite books that I ever read.
Yeah.
Other than Dante's Inferno. You got Superman Brand New Day, which so far the photo here is from the trailer, the little teaser trailer everybody's seen. Other than that, they still haven't really released much. All we know is that I think this somehow is, like they're even saying in the article, it hooks into Doomsday. So we'll see. Then you have Clayface, which is the one we talked about. That is Mike Flanagan's doing it. Other than that, there really has not been, again, much about this. Like, I don't even think there's been any any like sketchers. There's been like no image release yet. Like, we haven't even seen a storyboard, or they've been keeping it really loose, like really tight ship on this one. A Street Fighter movie. They tried it before. It epically sucked. Jean-Claude Van Damme. It was horrible. Sadly, and the saddest part about that movie is that the only good performance in the entire thing was the one that played Bison. And sadly, I can't think. The name of that actor is eluding me right now. And sadly, that was his last role because he died shortly after that film. And everybody knows him not for that, but everybody remembers him that the Christina Ricci era of The Addams Family, he played Gomez.
Yeah.
And he did play one of the best Gomez's ever. God, now it's bugging me. I can't remember his name. Shark, you might look at that up, because that's going to bug me until I hear his name.
Not going to lie, the current Gomez does a pretty darn good job.
He's not bad. It's a different take on Gomez, too.
Yeah.
The take on all of them is very different. I'm enjoying Wednesday. I was actually didn't know if I was gonna like it as much as I did. So
Raul Julia.
Yeah, Raul Julia. Yeah, sadly he passed away shortly after a Street Fighter.
Yeah, because
he was
Zangief, right?
No, he played
Bison. Bison, that's right.
Yeah, he played Bison. He played the main bad guy.
That's right.
Then of course we got Avengers Doomsday, which, until we see the first trailers, who knows if that's going to be, Marvel back at its phase 2 and 3 peak, or is this going to be just, more let's pack with everybody possible cash grab bullshit.
So I heard a really interesting fan theory about Doomsday and Iron Man. So if you listen to the lyrics to Black Sabbath's Iron Man, it kind of lines up with what's going on here?
I can see that.
Well, they're like I was talking when you and I were talking about offside, just in IRL. There is a storyline in the comics where Doom does basically, I can't remember if he alters himself to look like Stark or if he swaps minds. He basically steals Stark's identity and becomes Stark for a long time.
Yeah.
And that's the rumor of this is where they're taking it, which is why Downey Jr. is playing him. I hear Avengers Doomsday is going to have mostly women. No, it's actually a pretty 50-50 split. Like the names that they showed, there are more that are being added. And of course, we don't know if any of the ones that are missing are going to be in it because I know it was like contract disputes why you didn't see their chairs in that reveal is what's been said. Dune Part 3, I've enjoyed both Dunes.
Same.
I think they're visually stunning. But I will always have a place in my heart for the original.
I mean,
Just
I think
'cause I
it'll be
grew up on
good
it.
so long as the storyline still follows him. The moment that
Well, it should.
after-
They're following as close to the adaptation of the books as they can.
right, but I'm
Well.
saying that at least the Dune story, once he's no longer really in it, and it's about
Well,
about
this isn't even going to
his
be that.
kids and all the.
This one is literally, we're not even in, we're like the way the second ended, he has just started his journey into being Muad'Dib.
Right.
So they're not even going to touch the kids. If they touch the kids at all, it's going to be at the very end of this film after he's already brought down the Emperor and the Sardaukar. I always have trouble enunciating the Doom stuff.
Yeah, no,
Doom
I think
stuff.
that's right.
Yeah. All right, so the next list we're going to hop into is the TV shows coming up our way. So, of course, we got to start the list here. We watched the trailer of this one a while back, and that is Pluribus. And interestingly enough, the few people I know that have watched the first 2 episodes, how to put it, they want to watch the rest of the episodes, and they will not tell me much about it because there's no way to not ruin it. But apparently it's shows great promise, is all I've been told. So I may actually tomorrow watch the first 2 episodes because it has piqued my interest now of what's really like this whole thing's about. Got, of course, Stranger Things 5. Broken up into 3 goddamn parts, and as we said, they're going to show the final one in the actual movie theaters. So the big shebang on the December 31st. I still think it's hilarious that we're supposed to think that this has only been like a few years when you look at how much all of them have fucking aged because of how long it took them to film this damn thing.
Yeah.
But I will still watch it just because I enjoyed it. It had some down moments, but in a whole, I just believe in completing shit. I want to know how the story ends, even if it's shitty. As bad as the ending of Game of Thrones was the way they did in the TV show, I'm glad I watched it because if not, I would have been upset just not seeing how it ended. I like seeing things to their conclusion. I grew up with way too many goddamn TV shows that ended on a 2-hour cliffhanger, and for the last 20 years, I've been wondering what the fuck happened. So,
Terra Nova.
Yeah.
Terra Nova didn't even get a second season. Terra Nova ended like mid one season. You want to know the one that hurt the most?
Which one?
Space Above and Beyond.
Oh, no.
Half the unit looks like they're about to die, and you don't know what the hell happened. At least they could have given the decency of a fucking movie to end it, an hour special or something.
Or hell, even just have it written out as a book.
Yeah. Percy Jackson and the Olympians, season 2. I actually didn't think the first one was that bad.
For what it was good. It was it had good visuals, but reading the books, it's a big departure. And I would throw this in the category of it was kind of shit, but I want to see how it ends.
Yeah, coming from somebody who never read the books, I could say I enjoyed the original movies that came out, and I enjoyed the first season of the show. I really do like some of the casting picks that they picked in this show, especially when it comes to the actual gods themselves.
Yeah, well, I think this guy did really well. It was
he did way better, in my opinion, than the older version of them that was in the movies.
I agree.
However, though, I do think the movies Grover was better.
Yes. Oh gosh, this Grover annoys the shit out of me.
Yeah. So
And,
hopefully in this season they make
his
this
co-lead.
this.
His co-lead annoys the shit out of me as well.
I'm hoping they tone both of them back and give them moments to actually grow and shine and develop a little bit more. Because right now both of them are like pathetic and annoying. Tomb Raider. Now, I'm not even going to talk about it because I really don't give a shit.
I didn't even know this was a thing.
And it's on season 2. So apparently season 1 must not have been good because I don't know anybody that fucking saw it or watched it.
There was a season 1.
Yeah, this is apparently season 2.
It says Netflix, so I'll be checking it tomorrow.
Yeah. Oh, that brings up you know how bad the next Tomb Raider show or movie is going to be?
How bad?
Well, I don't know if this person is writing and directing it or if they're starring in it, but just their fact that they're involved. I want to see it. I got to look at y'all's expression on your face when I say this. Phoebe Waller-Bridge. Yeah.
The fuck?
Yeah. So to erase that stain from your mouths, Fallout Season 2. I am looking for this. I enjoyed the first one. I love the Fallout fucking series. I've played every one of the fucking Fallout games. I still go back and play all of them randomly every once in a while.
Hey, I will still stick by Moon's idea that 76 was the best Fallout.
Nah. It over time has become really damn good. But when it comes to lore and everything, and my best experience I ever had of a Fallout game, it would always be New Vegas. New Vegas had so much fucking lore in it. And was such a jump from the first couple of games into that first-person shooter style, instead of just being the overhead top gameplay.
I mean, my first interaction with it was 4. And I was like, oh, okay.
Okay.
Kinda. And then I jumped into 76 and was like, hey, wait, this is completely different. I like this.
It was different twist and take on how to do those games. So yeah, 76 has its own little like niche to it, and I will agree, it is good, and it became even better the more they updated it, the more they fixed the issues it had at the start. Starfleet Shittery, Academy. I don't know.
Captain
We were
Retcon.
laughing so much at that goddamn trailer that this may be worth it to watch just to laugh at.
I'm going to give it a chance.
You're going to hurt yourself, though.
Probably.
I don't know. Every time I see her, I am literally transported to the fucking scene in The Dark Knight with, not Dark Knight, fucking Superman. Grandma's pissed, call it iced tea. The fucking jar right before she blows up. That's all I see when I see her. It's funny because one of the shows I watch in YouTube, the guys at podcast, someone else brought that up, and I was sitting there laughing because I had been thinking the same damn thing, but they were the first that I ever heard say it themselves. Knights of the Seven Kingdoms. I'm looking forward to this. Yeah. I'm thinking it's going to be good. From what they talk about, what they're showing, and the physical actually doing the tourney, I think it's going to be good.
Yeah,
I've been watching through all of Game of Thrones, what was the second one called?
House of Dragons.
Yeah, House of Dragons. I'm like halfway through the second season now. I'm actually trying to catch up for this one.
Yeah. Well, I look at it. We got this. We got House of Dragons coming. We got stuff to watch. It's better than ever trying to hope that you'll ever see an end to the books.
True.
Because that fat fuck's never going to finish them.
Well, they've already strayed so much from them.
Well, they had to, because they caught up to where he stopped.
Yeah.
Next one we got is Wonder Man. We watched the trailer of this, and I still can't figure out if this is going to be a satire of someone playing it, or if the guy actually has powers, or I don't know. I will watch the first episode just because Ben Kingsley returning as the Trevor Slattery character. I did love that character in the Iron Man movie. I thought it was fucking hilarious. So
that's right. This is the one that's in the Marvel Universe for some ungodly reason.
What the fuck? Oh, God. Asmongold just posted a video of him trying a Mountain Dew and pie are not two things I want to hear together. Mountain Dew by itself is already fucking a diabetic coma in a bottle. Putting it in a pie, that'd be like That would be like literally mixing Sprite in with a key lime pie and adding 2 more pounds of sugar.
I mean, I would sooner drink.
No, I think that
Mountain
might come
Dew
out better.
moonshine.
Well, Mountain Dew was made for moonshine.
Yeah.
I know.
That was its original purpose. Was a
But
mixer.
there's people that actually go in and distill it and turn it into moonshine, which is hilarious.
All
I
right.
saw
Next we
somebody
got.
try to do it as a mead.
Yeah, no, I don't see
Yeah,
that.
no,
Daredevil, Born Again Season 2. The first one was mid. There were a lot of issues I had with it, but the fact that we're getting more of John Bernthal's Punisher, we're getting to a point where this season's hopefully going to ramp it up and it's more violent. It is pure fucking, they kept the Netflix feel to it, which I was afraid they'd lose. And we're getting Kristen Ritter coming back as Jessica Jones. I am hopeful for it. But it is still, again, fucking Disney.
I'm that hater that was not a fan of the Jessica Jones anything.
I liked it, but I also was very familiar with the Jessica Jones in the comics, and it did it justice. It was a good adaptation.
See, I feel like if you removed it, then Defenders would have been even better.
Yeah. Plus, I like Kristen Ritter as an actress. I always have. She's one of those underrated female actors that can actually is really good at what she does. Then we got One Piece Season 2. They finally released a photo, I guess, of the woman playing Robin, and it looked really good. Like her profile of her face matches the way Robin is drawn. So we'll see. They're not going to come out till March. Now the next one after this I am interested in. This is Lanterns. So they finally the synopsis of what this is supposed to be is Hal Jordan is training Jon Stewart to be the next Lantern. And Hal Jordan is kind of jaded because I guess all the shit he's been through and the crap he's had to deal with the Lantern Corps. So that being known that it's not one of these, he's going to overshadow me. This is the passing of the torch of the older guard to the new, because let's face it, when it comes to the Lantern storylines, Jon Stewart has the best Lantern stories, but you can't tell his story without Hal Jordan.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I like the fact that they're giving Hal, in a sense, his moment before telling everybody that your Lantern in the Gunverse is going to be Stewart. Rather than just jumping in as Stewart's been there all the time from day one, Hal Jordan never existed. And to the actors they picked are damn good actors. So I'm curious to see how this one is it's going to be HBO Max, and it's rumored to be some part of Q1 of 2026. And that's it for the shows and everything coming up. So like I said, I think this list is filled. Which one? Lanterns?
Yeah, I'm cautiously optimistic about that one.
Like I said, I think it shows promise because of the fact of how the storyline they've chosen to do it. So we'll see. I mean, it has definite potential. Shark, when you were looking up, did you actually find a trailer for that?
For Anaconda?
Yeah. Is there actually one out, or is it just them announcing and talking about it?
So this is what I found.
Okay, well, save it for when we do the trailers.
Yeah.
I just want to know. You didn't say anything if you had actually found one or not.
Yeah, it looks like I have.
Okay, cool. All right, so next subject I wanted to talk about tonight, just kind of get people's general ideas, and anybody watching, I'd love you to jump in on it if you've got any that you like to throw in there. I wanted to kind of go round table with each of us and talk about your favorite forgotten games. With all the games that are out there, you hear people talk and bring up certain games and lists. What's 2 or 3 games that you really enjoyed playing that you could go back to and play anytime that just don't really get a whole lot of shout out or love, that they are, in a sense, when it comes to a grand scheme of things, forgotten about? So let's start with you, Walrus.
Easy off the bat. I spent countless hours in it. Star Wars Jedi Knight, Jedi Academy 2. I loved the multiplayer aspect, and for what it was, the single player had a decent storyline. You hated the shit out of oh gosh, now I forget his name. Rosh Payne.
Rosh.
Yeah,
okay.
You hated the fuck out of that dude's guts, but the rest of it was a decent storyline. It had everything to do about Luke's Jedi Academy. It's the single storyline that I want to see get back to in canon Star Wars. And I love the fact that the game didn't just say, okay, hey, here's your normal multiplayer where you run around with a lightsaber or a gun, or sorry, blaster, and just do whatever it is that you want. They added in different game modes that you can mod. You can build shit. It was just this almost a precursor to Arma 3 in the modding sense. So I loved it. I played it for countless hours. It was a great community.
Okay. Got a second pick?
Cycle back around. We'll let Shark give his number one.
Okay, first of yours.
First mine. Oddly enough, I would say the one game that I wish they would have pushed forward, made new of, was an old Xbox 360 game called Red Ninja.
Sounds familiar.
Oh, okay.
I loved the idea behind it. I loved the story of it. And it was I guess a lot of people thought it was a mid game, but I genuinely just loved the whole storyline. And back then, it was kind of the same reason that they made Lara Croft.
Okay.
Instead of seeing some dude's butt, you saw this chicken, this geisha chick in a short kimono ripping people's freaking heads off with a string and a kunai.
Huh.
Couldn't go wrong.
Okay. Entities, I'll read yours out, Andy, rather than show them so that we can do them one at a time. So Entity put for his first one is Battle Stations Pacific. I barely remember that one. I am vague about it, but I don't think sadly, Entity, I don't think I actually played that one. We'll have to look at that one. I'll look into that one. We'll talk about that on the next show. Maybe show some video clip of it, because I'm curious. I remember, like, my brain is clicking off on remembering that title. I just don't, like I said, I don't think I ever played that one. My first one would be D. So when the PlayStation came out, there were 2 psychological horror thriller games that came out. First one was D, and the second one that followed is the one everybody remembers, which is Resident Evil. But D was literally a puzzle-solving horror where you're trying to make your way through. It's a theater with all this crazy shit happening, and it basically evolves into all this vampiric shit. And it was literally, the memory I have is none of us had money to buy a PlayStation, so we went to Hollywood Video and rented one. And we rented Resident Evil in D. And me and about 10 friends, our friend Jeff, his mom was gone for like a week. We held a nonstop party for a week at that house, getting fucked up on everything imaginable. And 8 of us sat in front of the TV, all remembering a puzzle that we solved and died the next round. So basically, like, if it was us 3 playing, Walrus, you'd remember the solving of the first puzzle. Shark, you'd remember the second. I'd remember the third. Then you'd remember the fourth. Then and it took all of us, 8 of us, I think, a day and a half to beat that goddamn game. Non-stop playing it, just fried out of our ass, just trying to beat it. And it got a sequel later on down the road when the Dreamcast came out, but the sequel was just a pale comparison to the original. So that's my first one. Walrus, what's your second one?
All right. This one, I'm going to go down a similar lane because it was on the PlayStation.
Okay.
And it was another one of those, well, there could have been a story there. It definitely felt like either I'm a really young kid playing this or I'm stoned out of my mind playing this. But regardless, I loved it. And I don't know why, but I did. Ape Escape. I want a updated version of Ape Escape.
Ape Escape was fun.
Yeah. I know they came out with sequels.
Yeah, they did do a few sequels. I want to say one came out on the PlayStation 2.
I think they're up to 3 or 4, honestly.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
But they were
I
all
remember.
still that graphics level.
Yeah. No,
And maybe that was some
one.
of the allure to it.
That
I
is
don't
one that
know.
not a lot of people bring up. You're right. That is kind of a forgotten gem. All right, Shark, what's your second? I can't.
Soul
Soul
Calibur.
Calibur. Dude, Soul
I
Calibur. I
hate-
played the living fuck out of that on the arcade machine.
Exactly. But I hate the new Soul Caliburs.
Oh, no.
That's it.
The new
They're
ones are
crap.
shit. The new
You
ones
know?
are trying too hard to copy Tekken
Yes.
in their game style.
Yes.
Rather than when the Soul Calibur first came out, it was one of the first games that the camera panned around the arena as you're fighting. And it was one of the first to utilize being able to tag team somebody else in.
Do you remember what the first was?
Ooh.
Virtua Fighter.
Oh, yeah, you're right. It was Virtua Fighter. Shit. That's a good one.
But yes,
All
Soul
right.
Calibur, the series.
Entity's second one was Dreadnought. Dreadnought, again, brother, another one I've heard of, never played. Man, I'm definitely going to have to, Shark, write Battle Stations Pacific down and Dreadnought and throw it in the Discord so I can actually check both of those out. Because, again, those are two I remember hearing. I remember seeing things about them. For some reason, that something else must have came out around the same time. And we'll go ahead and do your third. Your third is Angels Fall First. I had never heard of that one. So that's definitely one. So we will definitely be adding those to the list and check it out. And we may watch some videos on the next show about it, man. Good appreciation of throwing. It's rare that somebody throws something in my direction that I haven't played or heard of. But to do 3, man, hats off to you, brother. I'm going to have to do some research on some shit. I love that. That's badass. My second would be Earthworm Jim
Ooh, good pick.
from the Genesis. Nobody ever gives it credit. You hardly ever hear about it make lists unless it's on a video where somebody's talking about just the weirdest games out there. But the whole premise is you're an earthworm named Jim who gets sucked into this power suit and goes on a tirade through the universe.
Huh.
And the animation style is literally, you would have thought that this game was drawn by the guy that did Ren and Stimpy.
Yep.
It is that wild and out there, and that
same
like
color palette.
Yeah, well, color palette, the weirdness, the craziness of it, and the fact that it is downright kind of demented and raunchy at points for a game that was sold to kids on the Sega Genesis.
Yeah.
Dreadnought is like World of Warships, but in space. Ooh. Oh, now I know that one. Holy shit, I forgot that's what it was called. Dude, I think, no shit aside, I think, oh, fuck, I think I know which one that is now. Yeah, Entity. Dreadnought didn't come out that long ago. Like, not like super long. I'm not talking like 20 years. But it was like the last 10, 15 years, correct? Angel is fall. First is Battlefield in space. But you also get to fly capital ships while enemy players' AI board your ship. Oh, nice. Okay. All right, you got one more, Walrus?
See, that's what I was thinking of. And I hate to go back to the old tried and true Star Wars, but I'm going to go there. I'm going to go with Republic Commando. I mean, I know that it did get a lot of traction and all that. And I know that we just got an update called Ready or Not, but in SWAT, because that's basically what Ready or Not is.
Yeah.
It's Republic Commando, but, SWAT team. But,
Yeah.
I mean...
But it falls under a forgotten game because it's not one you see people mention.
Exactly.
When people hear the word Star Wars, they think Knights of the Old Republic. They think Starfield Battlefront. They think Force Unleashed.
Yeah, there was another one.
Or Rogue Commander.
Yeah, the one with the Force Harvester. Do you remember that one? Oh, gosh. Star Wars Clone Wars is what it was, if I remember correctly.
Oh, it's been too long since I played that. All right, Shark, choose your third.
GTA 2.
Oh, I love GTA 2. That was the first time you got to play as Tommy Vercetti.
Yep. And it was also one of the first games that I ever played that I did mods on. So I could have cars that I wanted.
Yeah, because you had GTA, right? The order, if I'm not mistaken, wasn't it GTA 2? Then you had Vice City. Then you had San Andreas. And then you had GTA 3.
Something like that.
Or did 3 come out between Vice City and San Andreas?
Well, let's see. I'm pulling it up right now.
You can look up Dreadnought trailer. It's an old game, but both of their old trailers are good. I recommend watching them both. Yeah, we'll definitely add that to the list, man. We'll watch those on the next stream, definitely.
All right. Here's the order. GTA, the original, was back in 97.
Yeah, that's when it was an overhead game.
Then GTR in 99 and GTA 2 in 99. GTA 2 was still overhead. It was the last of the overheads.
Okay. So then it became 3 because 3 was the first where you were third person.
Correct. And that was the first time you saw Tommy's face.
Okay, that's right. Because in second, it was still Leota, but it was only the voice.
Correct. And then you get Vice City in 02, San Andreas 04. What was it? Hold on. Shit, I can't even read that one. And a GTA Advance in 04. And then it just, carries on 05, 06, 08, 09. Yeah. And then we had the huge pause from 2009 to 2013 because 2009 was something gay tone.
All right. So my final one is oddly enough something that never I get to ever see pop up on lists on YouTube, which is a shame. So around the time of the first Call of Duty at that time was the fixed multiplayer, first of its kind multiplayer. But when it came to modding and the things that would change or alter it, it was very non-existent. It wasn't until Call of Duty's second iteration and World at War did the modding kind of jump and people started making their own maps, especially for the second Call of Duty. What caused them to do that was a game that allowed modding, had some of the best modding anybody knew at that time, had more realistic, modern style warfare weapons. And that was Soldier of Fortune.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And you never see it up on lists. Nobody talks about the damn thing. I played the living fuck out of that thing. I helped run the Saints and Sinners clan on that damn game. And if you were dumb enough to let my character get a hold of the PS1 sniper rifle, I would never let your fucking ass out of spawn ever. I was head popping like a motherfucker the whole damn game until I ran out of ammo.
That was an old Quake 2 game.
Yeah, Quake 2 engine. Yep.
And that was one of the first ones for the Quake 2.
What is this one? Last game off of Minecraft, but 360s was Castlevania. Castle was a rival. Castle Miner. Oh, Castle Miner. Okay. Huh. He also brought up Dark Sector. Dark Sector, I do remember. I played that game. That was actually a really good game.
What was that?
It's funny. They keep making sequels of games people don't really give a shit about and wonder why they failed. But then you have all these great games that you can't tell me that these games have been around for so long that you can't somehow buy or work and negotiate into the rights to create a sequel. I mean, some of these creators of these games didn't get paid dick for their day. You can't tell me if they're still alive. You wouldn't be like, hey, we want to make a sequel. We'll give you $1 million. They'd be like,
Well, and you know, one that was supposed to come out that would have been awesome if they did it was Perfect Dark. That was supposed to come out this year. That got canceled.
Yeah. Well, yeah, we talked about it. And then the games that fucking when the death of Xbox.
I think we talked about that last time.
Off. Yeah, it was in the death of Xbox.
Yeah,
because it was one of the big ones that they canceled. That Shark and I were like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah,
people have been waiting for a continuation of that.
The first one,
dude.
Yeah,
there was the longest time that when it came to first-person shooter games, the games that were always on everybody's fucking list, Perfect Dark was number 2. Number 1 was GoldenEye.
Oh yeah, well, GoldenEye was the OG
Minecraft with
it all.
guns, but your avatar was your Xbox. Oh, okay. I remember that one now.
Oh, kind of in the Weave kind of
yeah.
idea. It's like you.
Well,
you made
no,
a
it's when
character in
it's
the
when
Weave.
Xbox decided to start actually utilizing the avatar system, and actually you could do something with it other than it just, being up on your profile.
Yeah, I never used that or played that game.
I never played it, but I remember it because Xbox was on this big kick of trying to like utilize some of what their competitors were using and stuff, and they were trying to boast up the whole use of the Xbox camera system, which never worked for
I
shit.
forgot about that.
Yeah, that thing was donkey dick.
So it's
But yeah,
that's Dreadnought.
that was a good list.
Dreadnought came out in 2017.
Okay, so yeah, that's what I was saying. It's not like 20 years old. It's in the last iteration of things.
PlayStation 4 and Microsoft Windows.
Oh, I'll definitely check out. Like, we may want to do that. It's just like doing like a little nostalgia thing on the next show. Is kind of show some trailers of back in the day, the games that would have eaten up a good portion of our lives.
Yeah. That's
the nostalgia reminiscence of games before you found the wonder that is Puni.
see how many of them turn out that as we remember them is not correct due to Nelson Mandela's effect.
Oh God. Dude, it's blowing my mind still how much we could do a whole show on just how many of those keep popping up and changing. And there were so many. There were so many comments on the shorts about Foghorn Leghorn and Yosemite Sam. People that remembered that Foghorn did say it, but also Yosemite Sam would say it. And I think what happened is so many of the distribution of the tapes of the Looney Tunes throughout all the networks that they shared them to happened the same thing that would happen like G.I. Joe, where the audio tracks were missynced on episodes. So I have a feeling some of those times where he said it was actually the Leghorn audio track. This is just me trying to figure out how, but it's too much of a coincidence. So many of those people are like, I remember growing up. I remember watching that. I remember he did say that at least once or twice. So
I feel like there was something about that with Brave Little Toaster.
Dude, SSX was a badass snowboarding game.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It had a lot of the same physics from Tony Hawk.
Yeah.
Yep.
They
I
copied the
think
physics.
If anything, they added some, and Tony Hawk probably nabbed him into the next game.
Yeah. No, they went back and forth.
SSX was damn good.
Please,
all right, Shark, if you're ready to go up, we're going to hit up our final segment of the show tonight. And we're going to get us into some trailers. All right, so we got a few ones that came out that look really good. So I actually, for the first time, other than one of these, I did not watch 3 of these. One of them I watched because Shark shot me. Oh my God, did you see this? LOL, which I had seen it the day before. I just forgot to tell him about it, which is our third one we'll be watching.
Yeah, it's the third one.
No, this one none of us have seen. This just dropped the other day. This is the first teaser trailer for Edge Runners 2.
I saw this. This is awesome.
Well, that answered that question. I don't know why people thought he'd still be alive. They named a drink after him at the afterlife. That means you're dead.
Yeah, definitely.
So yeah, we're going to get a story with a whole new crew, and that silhouettes are probably the new crew that we're going to be following.
Yeah.
So now that raises the question: are we doing a story in the cyberpunk world before David's story, during the game story, after the game story, or around the time of Silverhand and Bartmoss? I mean, they have so much of a scope that they could cover into. If they're smart from a marketing standpoint, I would do the story in right after the cyberpunk game, something we know nothing about, leading into the second game, Project Orion. Because it would build up hype, like Edge Runners brought a whole bunch of people who had never played cyberpunk to play it. Dude, if you don't cry watching Edge Runner, you don't have a soul. I'm sorry, those scenes were they did such a masterclass at making you care about all of those fucking characters. And as much as like all these people talk about Lucy, I'm sorry, I would have been going for Rebecca all day long. I like me crazy. I know the saying is don't stick dinky in crazy, but crazy knows how to fuck good.
Grippy socks, grippy box.
That and just her sass. The development. She was the character you don't forget in the show. This is a good one. So this is Lone Samurai.
Very Tarantino.
Yeah.
Kita terus pada kita. Anjak kume. Iwaをも揺らす雷が我に生きろというのか。嵐の中にて我が魂は疲れたり。
So I don't know if it's going to be the cinematography of how they do the movie or do this, but so far the fight choreography and the cinematography during the fights are showing. Instantly in my brain, I'm thinking Onbak Thai Warrior. Don't know why, but that's like the first thing that popped in my head.
I like that it's the samurai that gets stranded in Polynesia, basically, because this is very believable.
Yeah.
It is.
Nice. Before we started. So correct is Lone Samurai.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Looks good.
Oh, no, looks good.
That looks pretty good to me.
All right. Next one we got on the list is a nice bit of British comedy called Fuckham Hall.
Well done, Father.
England, 1931. Welcome to Fackham Hall, home to the Davenports.
Finally, one of our children is to be wed.
After so many years of courting, she's finally found the right cousin.
It was a different time, a simpler time.
You're here for the position of...
You've brought all the wine up from the cellar.
Yes, Mom.
and close the cellar hatch.
A time of manners.
Stop gawping and do your job.
A time of modesty.
What is that you're reading?
It's a tale of forbidden love.
Oh boy!
And a time of murder.
That watched the first 2 seasons of Downtown Abbey.
Right.
That
So
was
so
good.
I hate to say this, but right here, this will be illegal in Michigan
I was thinking the same thing.
and Texas. And Texas.
Of Lord Davenport. I'm afraid you're too late. Someone's already done it.
I believe the murderer to be in this room. I shall be watching you all. And if there's anything out of the ordinary, you can be damn sure I'll notice it.
If you want a real suspect, try looking into that orphan boy.
Tell me your dreams.
Well, I have this dream where my penis falls off, but I can't go to the doctor because I'm late for school.
Same.
What on?
Okay. So I don't know if you noticed. Look in the background on the wall.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Alrighty.
Because I'm late for school.
Same.
What on God's flat earth is going on?
Oh, well, you made it to 7. To London's oldest ever chimney sweep.
How does anyone know when they're in love?
Maybe there's just something in the air. Fuck 'em all.
Precisely.
God is there shining
This
a
will be
light.
amusing.
And today, he's shining a light for these 2 arseholes. And today, he's shining a light for these 2. Our souls are eternally in his debt. Amen.
That's
I
good.
so want to see this when it comes out. Oh,
that's-
Next one we
that's-
got is
That's not just on the I'll watch it list. That's like
No, that's-
I'm gonna watch it.
no, that's gonna be
100%.
fucking hilarious all the way
It is.
through. That is literally the minute I saw that trailer, I'm just like, yes, somebody's bringing back Monty Python.
well, and as much as I loved freaking Downton, this is perfect.
Last one we got is called Menace.
Not our last, but yes.
Well, last of the originals. We still have,
Correct.
yeah.
Very Halo vibes. Hold on. Number 6 alive.
Kind of, sort of. Actually, what that reminded me of, I can't think of. It's a sci-fi movie from the 80s.
Well, so there was one part here that really didn't.
This
make
is
much sense
this
to me.
I think is a game.
This is a game.
This is their first cinematic trailer, and what caught me was the thumbnail. Just the image on it looked pretty badass. But
So
right now,
this-
I'm trying to figure out what this. The only problem I have with this cinematic trailer is you have no. You have no point of direction. Like, all right, we know everything's shooting, but I still don't know what the fuck is the point of this game yet, or what type of game it's even going to be.
I thought this was weird because I thought all the rails were hollow, but now I'm starting to see that maybe it wasn't. This was
No, they're not. No, they weren't.
Yeah, the way I saw it, it looked like everything was hollow. So, okay, well, there we go.
Yeah.
Now,
make sure to throw when you're done, Shark, to throw that one in the Trello so I can copy the link.
We'll do.
To add the descriptions. And then, all right, Anaconda. Here we go.
Here we go.
You got the audio turned off.
And 5, 4, 3, 2. You don't say the last. It's okay. Anaconda. I don't want to wait, man.
Doug, what are you talking about?
Let's do it. Let's reboot Anaconda.
Yes.
Wait.
What?
This is going to be the adventure of a lifetime. We've dreamed of making this movie ever since we were kids.
Are they really using Big Butts audio?
Yeah.
What was that?
They are.
The beats
he
is
was
I like
asking if they
big
use
butts,
Nicki
and I
Minaj.
cannot lie.
Oh,
You
yeah.
others
Or,
get
no,
denied.
not Nicki Minaj. Just,
We've approved a loan for up to $9,400.
Yes. We're going to shoot it indie style. Run and gun.
We need a riverboat, a script, a snake handler, and a real snake.
Claire, you and I will star in it.
I love you, Derek.
Kenny, you shoot it.
Here we go.
Doug, you direct.
Action! Put your face right up next to the snake.
Maybe it'll be okay.
Howdy.
This is Anaconda. And we no longer have a snake for our snake movie. We have to go out in the jungle and find another one.
What is that?
Oh my.
My Anaconda! We're in the middle of the jungle and we are being hunted! My Anaconda! Now we die! My Anaconda! It's okay, you're safe, I'm here! Holy My Anaconda! Keep rolling! Anaconda don't want none unless you...
He's dead.
Oh, no. What are we going to do?
What if we use Doug as bait to get back to the boat? That's a really smart idea. Doug would have wanted this.
I'm not sure he would have wanted this.
Oh, look at the snake. He's alive.
I think he checked his pulse! He did! Doug! He's right behind you! What the hell is on my back? It's a long story! Run!
Yeah. Yeah.
A couple of funny
yeah.
parts, but nothing. Not really.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it was kind of a disappointment. That was, yeah. I don't know. I'm not feeling it. To me, it's too reminiscent of kind of like everything they do. Like, I can take so much slapstick, and then after that, it's just kind of like,
yeah.
Oh.
I don't know. Maybe if it's only
Yeah.
like an hour and a half.
yeah. Well, it probably is. It's probably only like 75 to 90 minutes, if I had to guess. If they go any longer than
Hopefully.
that, then they're dumb. Just to even get people to last a 90-minute movie nowadays is pretty fucking hard.
Right.
So
I saw some interesting news that I thought would
Okay.
be worth sharing.
oh yeah, the end of the Farmer's Almanac.
Into the Farmer's
Yep.
Almanac.
Yeah. Doesn't shock me.
But I mean, it's still used. It's still widely used. I mean, online, maybe they're only getting rid of the print version. I don't know.
I think that's probably what it is. It's more than likely they're just getting rid of the print version. Yeah, because see, they're not talking about the end of the almanac. They're talking about the end of the publishing. And that's how they keep bringing up how when it was published, how the first time it was published.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah. But yeah. The end of the annual traditional. So yeah. Yeah. They're going to go digital. Shouldn't shock me, man. Fucking it costs so much to fucking print shit nowadays. And then to mail it out. So.
Between that and then I thought this was an interesting one.
Oh yeah, that's not anything new.
That's the first I'd seen of it though.
Oh no, there's been a few places in New York, California. They did I was watching a whole thing where they were bitching about they were bitching when they talked about people wanting, the $15 and $30 minimum an hour wage, that it was literally all they're going to do is hire remote workers to operate shit like this from, well, they didn't say Philippines. They said that it was all going to be fucking India.
Yeah.
Anaconda is a type of movie you watch when you can't find anything else to watch while you're eating your food.
I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it definitely does fall under that category of movie. For sure. Oh, well, that's pretty much what we got for the show, folks. Sadly, last 2 weeks really hadn't been a whole lot of happening. We kind of, if we wanted to, we could talk about all the slop tubers and streamer bullshit, but let's face it, I'm getting so overdone and drowned with those. I've come to the full realization, except for people like Tectone, Asmongold, and a few of the ones out there, the majority of all of them, male and female, are all a bunch of sociopathic narcissists that live in their dumb little bubble because they've been doing this since they were teenagers and have no grounding in the reality of the real fucking world at all. And they will all suck and fuck each other off until it doesn't benefit themselves. So,
yeah, we'll look into that one for next time.
Yeah, Entity, we're going to bring up Dreadnought next time because I kind of want to check it out, and we'll check out actually all the ones on your list. Shark already forward me. He did write them all down there in our Discord. So I'm thinking maybe we just since there were 3 in your list that especially I and the panel weren't familiar with, we're definitely going to add those. So we're going to kind of do some watching gameplay of those, and kind of also just bring up some. We'll just do kind of I think maybe next episode we'll just do tech and check out some old games and kind of reminisce about some shit. Because I don't really think between now and the holidays, I don't foresee other than Stranger Things, there really is nothing coming out on the plate until after the first of the year. The end of this year is really, I don't think anybody wants to compete with that, to be honest. I mean, we're going to have a few shows and everything, but as for major things, I think other than AIE happening and Star Citizen game-wise, when it comes to games, those are kind of chilling out. And then movies, I really haven't heard anything movies other than, what's going to come out in the next week or two, being Running Man and some of the others. So, but yeah, we're not going to forget those entities. We will definitely show those up and bring those up. Other than that, what do you...
nostalgia pieces that we've done have done pretty well. So I think bringing that back for
because anytime you do something like that, even in the comments, I've noticed people either hit the reminisce button in the sense of, oh shit, I forgot about that one, or it brings up one that other people bring up that brings up it's a way that you're either going to remember what they're talking about, or it's going to make you remember something else around that time that nobody brought up that brings up even more conversation. And there's just so much to go off of. I mean, let's face it, I have not played a game I'd say in the good last 10 years that sucked me into where I literally lost a good portion of my life at that time playing. There hasn't really been anything that has hit to that level.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, when Call of Duty as the first game, and then World of War, and then Soldier of Fortune, I lived and breathed those damn things. When Destiny first came out, lived and breathed that. But everything else that's come out since, even Star Citizen to an extent, I can play it at times and come back and hop to something else and come back. But I can't really think, other than Cyberpunk, of any game that when it first dropped, I was glued on that fucker for a while. And I just lucked out with Cyberpunk and I never experienced all the bugs that everybody else was bitching about. I, for some reason, just lucked out. Like, the only one I ever encountered was I'd hop on the bike and my guy literally looked like he was handstand floating above the motorcycle as it was going down the street. That's about the only glitch I ever encountered in that game.
But every time we turn around in Star Citizen, you're getting glitched.
Them damn elevators, man.
Oh, oddly enough, the last time I played with either one of y'all, it was you guys that were getting hit with them for some crazy reason.
Yeah.
But then again, there's a reason why when the elevator door first opens, I don't haul ass into it. I wait till the first person runs in most of the time because I'm like, I'll wait till I see if they fall through the planet. Or like we find out, don't ever grab anything else while trying to insert something into something or else you'll drop it and it'll fall through the planet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially in the labs. So, but Entity, thank you again for joining us. Gentlemen, what do y'all got going up in the next 2 weeks to fill the void?
Not much. Got work, and that's really honestly all I got.
Yeah, work, traveling to Houston. Don't really want to.
Nobody wants to travel to Houston.
I know it's because it's Houston, but get to do some cool stuff there. So I can't complain too much. Otherwise, keeping my head down, having a good time at it.
I'm about the same. Work. Gonna spend tomorrow watching TV and figuring out the new 3D printer. Figure out why this goddamn shotgun mic decides to not work today, but worked yesterday. And when I play Star Citizen, my gun randomly gets deleted in the middle of a fight. It depends the gun you're using. There are 3 guns that are bugged to hell and back right now. And it also depends where you're at too. The later lab missions are having issues, from what I understand, or were. But yeah,
and that RNG.
Yeah. That's why I think I'm going to wait until after IE to finally go further in on those, just because they'll patch all that shit out while everybody's fucking around IE because they'll give them time to. And so far with all the silhouettes, it is definitely the Perseus is coming.
Nice.
Because some of the guys that were roaming around 4.4, they have the IE showroom out, but they don't have everything all set up. You know, there's like spaces that are empty or fake ship placeholders are put in the place of what's eventually going to go there.
Yeah.
But when you get off the elevator, the 3D hologram that's rotating around has a couple of Gladiuses, but the big ship that's in the center, it doesn't have the ship. All they have are the point of protection guns.
Oh.
And anyone that's looked at the Perseus, it's 2 diagonal opposed to each other, 2 on the bottom, 2 on the back. It's like, that's the Perseus right there.
Yeah, it's Perseus.
So I will finally get to fly the ship that I've been waiting to fly forever, just because I bought it because it was it was originally listed as a blockade destroyer or breaker. And I just always love the look of it. It's a mini Star Destroyer.
Yeah.
So, and they did up it, by the way. The forward turret is 2 bespoke size 8s. Yeah, that thing is going to be a fucking nail driver.
Yeah, that's going to be like wind circles around it.
Well, they're probably going to be slow firing, but it's going to be one of those that you're going to be able to fire them from such a distance that by the time their radar's like, boop, big ship coming, they're going to be like, bleh. They're already going to be getting hit by it. So, should be fun.
Yeah,
he's always fun. With so many things they've rumored, hopefully the hologram room is going to have some shit we haven't seen before. So, because last year was kind of disappointing.
Yeah, that was a letdown.
Yeah. However, they did already say you're going to be able to purchase in the showroom this year, like last year, a whole bunch of guns and armor that are going to be new.
Oh, good.
So in-game currencies instead of having, you'll be able to do the real world if you want to, but there'll be in-game currency purchases. So
it's nice that they'll all be easily accessible kind of in one place.
Yeah. Yep. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us here at the Dark Roast and Nerdiness podcast. I'm Wolf, as always, with Shark and Walrus. We will see you in 2 weeks. Take care of yourselves. Be good to each other. And remember, always Stay heavily caffeinated and opinionated. We'll see you next time.